spraying Legos all night?
Yeah.
No.
So check this out. So I went kayaking this weekend. There's this trail here that you go through like these mangrove tunnels. It's pretty fucking cool. But I say that because I have this ritual when I kayak, and one of them is to get in tune with the earth. I'm not gonna, for those of you who know what's up with that, know what I'm talking about. But anyway, I smoke weed is what I was saying. So I smoke a lot of weed when I go and fucking kayak. But so at the end of it, my brother comes up to me and he says, "Oh, dude, you got to try these things. They're called chirps." And I'm like, "Okay,
Chirps.
I'll eat some chirps." And after I eat a few, he's like, "Oh, so what do you think?" And I'm like, "They're kind of gross." And he's like, "Oh yeah, that's because they're made. Each chip has one cricket in it, and they were cricket chips.
They're called chirps.
They're called chirps." So after I found out that they were crickets, then I had to eat a few more, really, just to see, like, all right, let me really, really taste these things. And they were disgusting, but not because I don't think they were disgusting because they were crickets. I think they were disgusting just because they were supposed to be on like. My brother, literally, these words came out of his mouth. And granted, he was smoking weed too, but literally, dude, a cricket protein is the cleanest protein you can get. And that's what I just had to shut him down right there. Like, what research have you done on fucking cricket protein?
Now, what was the type of texture? What type of texture did it have?
It just tastes like, have you ever had like one of those like organic, like multi-grain chips? It was exactly like that. Like, but it didn't taste bad. It just tasted bad. Like it tasted too organic.
Did it have a lot of pumice in it? Was there any pumice?
No,
you don't like when you bite into a cracker, it's got all that pumice and like shreds and
no, it wasn't like that. Like a Triscuit.
Pieces of fucking leg and shit.
All right,
but
those multi-grain ones, you see like all kinds of like seeds and shit in there. Is that what
it looks just like that? Yeah, it just looks. But each chip is like tiny. It's like maybe this big, but it's triangle shaped. And on the bag, it literally says one chip equals one cricket. Or one cricket
seeds.
equals one chip. And then I just only could imagine just eating their legs.
Now the crickets are.
That's all I imagine.
Are they like balanced out per chip? Like you get one cricket per chip, so you got like 6 legs, a couple of wings.
All I know is
some antennae.
And
all I know is it said, "Oh, go ahead."
Who gave this to you again?
My brother. So my brother's like super, like it just super eats. Super clean.
The best thing is like it's like, okay, this is how I see them manufacturing these things. There's the crackers already there. They place the cricket on there. Boom. Stamp.
Oh, I don't even. I just picture them like having a whole bunch of crickets in a bowl and using one of those like potato ricer things. But just I love the cricket. The cricket protein is the cleanest protein you can get,
dude.
Oh, get out of here!
Shout out to Chirp Life.
Legit. Like I think he bought them at Whole Foods. I think Whole Foods. Yeah, the fact that they were chirps. I'll keep buying them just that they're named chirps because that shit's fucking great,
dude.
Yeah, but no, they weren't very good. But I could get it. I could get down on some nacho flavored chirps probably. Like if they had like Dorito flavored chirps, I'd give it a whirl. Yeah, but what's up? What's up, everybody? Like somebody said, cricket protein equals meat. That shit's funny. How's it going? Welcome to Enter the Realm episode. Let me try and guess. 169.
Nope.
Higher or lower?
Lower.
158.
Lower.
In the 40s?
Yeah.
149.
Lower than that. We just reached it. We just got here a little while ago.
All right. Well, you got to tell me what it is now.
Well, just if Dan wasn't here, then we would be there. There's no number.
Oh, 143?
There you go.
All right. Look at that. That's good math. Episode 143. We're still just the 4 musketeers here, just chirping it up. I literally broke my headphones 1 minute before we started the show, so I permanently have to broadcast live from the fucking End of the Realm studios with the fucking hand on the side of my head.
Just in right now.
So what, the microphone fell off? What?
No, so right here, the ear coupling snapped from the headband. So if I let it go, it just kind of, I mean, it's fine, but it gets loosey-goosey.
You can't hear anything. And just, yeah.
It's like the sleeve of Wizard.
So you're like Cyclops. You have to just keep your hand to your face.
Just get a headband. Just go get an R.O.C. bandana or something. Just tie it around.
I'm going to find another shirt.
You look like fucking. You look like De Niro from Deer Hunter.
I think I have that right here. Believe it or not.
There you go.
There you go. But anyway, yeah. So welcome to the show. Let's. I'm gonna do things a little differently. I'm gonna announce us first, and then we'll talk about
You're
what we're all
driving,
about
man.
here.
You
Yeah.
are driving, so
That's it. So, I'm going to go a little different from my right to my left. Dust Mites.
yo. What's up, everybody? Welcome to Enter the Realm. How is everybody this evening?
We're doing good. I'm excited to hear about your guys' weekend. I saw some videos and
Yeah, we had a good time this weekend. ToyCon NJ.
Yeah, man.
Nice little meetup.
all right, Dan, what's up with you, man? How you doing?
Oh, same old, nothing exciting, unfortunately, but it's all good. It's Monday night. We're here. We're live doing it.
I got to say something. I'm sorry, Brink. I know that you're next, but let me just interrupt you here. So I'm opening up the rock headband for the first time, and what the fuck is this made out of?
Cricket
It's literally, it's literally like I was expecting like a bandana, not like a fucking
It's
life
made out of some
jacket.
sort of polyester parachute.
Yeah.
If,
All
if,
right,
if you're in a plane crash or something, you can just pull out your rock bandana and parachute to safety.
Shout out to China. I'm sure we got these made in China.
Of course.
And
All
the
right.
finest silkworms.
Yeah, they're spinning it just for us. All right, how you doing?
Good, man. Good. Hey, you can call me Brink Nine Toes now.
Oh, you lost a toe?
I did.
So tell me here about
I got
the little
literally rock rolled in real life on Saturday night.
Is there video of this?
There is
Oh,
actually.
why don't you tell the people where they can see that?
Now, why don't you just go ahead and tune in to last Saturday night's Plastic Fanatics? Come for the comedy, stay for the information, and
I didn't know he was recording. I'm sorry. I did spend 20 minutes on the deck. I did.
Oh, like a bad cat, you put yourself.
He told me, he says, go out to the deck. Stay away.
yeah. Well,
I
we
will
can just call Dust. Dust can be Dust invade your personal space, mites.
All right, well, that bandana don't
The
work.
bandana's not working, huh?
No.
All right, next. Get some masking tape.
That's all right. I'll just deal with it. Yeah, so thanks for tuning in. You could check out other shows on the Cool Table Network. If you didn't know, we're a part of this thing called the Cool Table Network, and we have like-minded shows. We've got. I'm gonna do it free-handed.
From
We
the
got
dome.
Shattered Cast Uncut, Into the Realm, of course. Breaking the Mold, Figga Bangin', 8 Weeks, Nerd Rage Radio, Stasis Lock, Building Up to It, Fresh Communications, What's Toy Detox? Who am I missing? 8 Weeks, Beer and Bolters 40K, which actually Adam Russman from Nerd Rage Radio said if you're a player into 30K or 40K and you have a setup, I think they're trying to look for people to kind of put a show together, just talking about, love of the game and stuff like that. So hit up Adam Russman if you're a 30K or 40K player and want to bullshit about it. He didn't ask anybody to do that. I just put that out there, so I hope it's cool. You don't listen anyway, so my record of telling people to hit up other people is
Jesus
not
Christ.
so great lately. So.
No.
And if I missed a
lot of flack.
Yeah. And then this episode of Enter the Realm was brought to you by Agabucks.com. Agabucks.com is the official e-tailer of the Realm of Collectors and the Enter the Realm show. He's got $5.95 flat rate shipping and then free shipping on orders of $150 or over. He will price match other e-tailers. He's got Agabucks that when every purchase you make, you bank some points, adds up to some other. I think it's free purchases, and I forget it every time. Plus, I don't have the shit in front of me. I feel like I'm missing something else. Oh, send your what's in the fucking box and shelf life videos to
Into the realmcast@gmail.com.
Yeah, I want to promote Nathan Haskell and the Cobra Law Records family, but really you should just listen to Enter the Terradrome. That kind of gives you everything you need, I think, at this point. Whatever. Sorry.
You're entering to the realm. We welcome you to the Terradrome.
Oh, sorry. I'm not going to lie. I really wish that you named the episodes instead of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
All right, I'll talk to Nate and see if he wants to start doing that. It just seems like it's hard enough for him to just get a description into iTunes for us. You know what I mean?
Oh, right.
I do the recording, I do the editing, I get it ready for YouTube, and I get it for iTunes. All I ask him is to just get a breakdown and do a little summary. And if you notice, the past two don't have a summary.
That's all good. It's all good. But
yeah, I'll hit him up and see maybe we can name them.
Where can they find the Cobra Law Records music if they're interested in it?
Just go to Nathan Haskell's Bandcamp. You can find it digitally. If you want some hard copies, just hit myself up or Nate. He's sitting on some hard copies from the last album of Cabbage and Kings, which is in my hand right now. It's got 20 tracks plus 3 bonus tracks when you buy the actual CD.
Let me ask you a question. You, hypothetically, you and Nathan Haskell have a falling out. You're not friends anymore. Who has rights to the music? How would that work? How do you separate the music in your friend divorce?
That's weird. That's kind of hard to discuss because there's nothing really like we're not that established. I guess you would say that the music would be me and his lyrics are his.
Yeah, but
I created the music.
Recording, they're together.
Yeah, I know. Well, I don't know. We would have to take everything offline, and then if he wants to take his acapellas and go with someone else and do remixes, that's on him, and the music would just be mine. The beat wise would just be me.
Oh, all right.
I guess. I mean, or we just say fuck it, we leave it and just move on our way.
I think you got to be able to get. You should live it out there. Like, look at all the groups that aren't around anymore. You can still get their music as a group. You kind of just got to leave it.
Yeah,
you do it behind the music tribute. About what happened. Cobra Lie Records. All right. Well, let's find out what everybody. Oh yeah.
Real quick. Hey, what do you got back there in that corner there? Is there like a ball thing?
This orange thing right over here.
That orange thing. What is that?
That's actually a vacuum. It's my Dyson. Oh. And you know what? I didn't even realize.
Did you buy that Wei Zhang? The Mega Supreme? Is that back there?
I was going to put it in the detolf, but I didn't have time to get to it. I didn't even know that was in here. My wife must have been up here vacuuming.
He's like, is that Wei Zhang?
And that's so funny. I'm like, oh yeah, that thing. Yeah. Let me tell you something about the Dyson vacuum. If you're in the market for a vacuum, I don't know that it's worth it. I don't know.
It's overrated.
That it's worth the price.
It doesn't have the proper amount of suction.
No, it's really good, but I just don't know. Like they're expensive, and I don't know that it's that great. I mean, I've had it for a while.
Does it have the Uniball?
It does have the Uniball. That's actually pretty cool.
I went with the Shark.
Oh, is that the small one you got there?
It's the regular size one. It's just not the pet one. Like the pet one is the next size up.
I went with the $39.99 Walmart Eureka.
It's the DC-40 if you guys are interested, and I've already had to replace the inner tubing on it. But I mean, again, it's 5 years old. But I did it myself.
Yeah, I have an older one. I mean, it works for the longest time, but it's kind of getting shitty. So I mean,
the Dyson.
It's just getting it's an older Dyson. Doesn't have the ball or anything.
Baller. I got hardwood here, and I just got some throw rugs, so I really don't need to use
it. Hardwood. You got the softest wood.
Yeah, I got the softest wood. Whatever. I am
the first guy ever to have soft wood floors.
You start sinking into it as you walk.
Just all sponge.
It's like one of those bouncy houses.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So, all right. Well, let's find out what everybody got this week. We're gonna keep going backwards. So we're gonna start with you, Dust.
Oh wow, we're going backwards. Well, we just went to ToyCon this past weekend, and I saw a member of the Realm. He's got a table there. He's not really big on social media, so shout out to Danny. We met him at NJCC once, and he's a fan of the show and goes to a couple of shows and sells. And he was waiting for me, and I didn't even know he was going to have a table there. He didn't tell me, and I kind of fucking found them by accident. You know what I mean? Because the guys didn't tell me because he said, don't tell Dust I got this sitting here for him. But he hooked me up with
look at that.
3 members of the Fantastic Four, the Walgreens exclusives. Let
me see that fucking Human Torch. I don't know about that Human Torch.
It's all right. It's fine.
I like this sweet fucking necklace.
Yeah, and Mrs. Fantastic and Jesus, I got shit falling all over the place. Reed Richards and I can't beat the price, man.
Are you just using a Marvel Selects thing, or you can actually buy that thing that goes with that?
I really liked the Legends thing, and that's the only reason why I said I think I'm in, because I saw the Legends thing, and then of course the Surfer.
Yeah, the Surfer hasn't come out yet, though, right?
No, it's been seen places.
He's slowly making his way out, but he hasn't everywhere.
And what about the Rock guy?
So the Surfer. So the Surfer.
about him.
The surfer. When I saw the surfer, I was like, and then when I saw the thing, I was like, yeah, man, I'm in. And I can't argue with the price, man. He really hooked me up, and I'm like, dude, I really don't want to do it. And then he told me the price, and I'm like, all right, I'm in. I can't argue with that.
So, do you still have to chase down Rockman, or
it's not out yet? So I gotta, of course,
Are you sure? I think I've seen it.
I don't think it's out in stores, but
No.
they released pictures of it.
Yeah, they got promo pics, but he hasn't hit quite
Yeah.
yet. Silver Surfer should be hitting fairly
And
soon.
then my man Brian Brink, came over for the weekend, and he hit me up with some lovely fucking gifts. KFC Fader,
that Fader,
which I needed, and the Rover, KFC Rover, and I'm trying to reach over here. One of the fucking greatest things, and I'm so appreciative of this, and especially it means so much to me that it's his childhood figure, the Matchbox vehicle Voltron.
Look at that! Did you find the fist for it?
Missing a fist, but my homie Des said he's gonna go look. He said he might have one at home. I looked on eBay, there wasn't much there, and I'm gonna need a red leg because if you see, I got some tape on there. It's not really holding together, but for the most part, man, I really thank you. And the fact that this is Brian's original as a kid, it really means that like a lot to me that you would just give me this, man, and gift it to me, and it really means a lot. So
I'm surprised you still got. I'm surprised A, you got all those pieces, and B, it's in that good a shape.
It's in really good shape. I mean, there's a little chrome wear, but nothing that little marker can't fix.
Dude, as a kid, I never I had the head and then the two cars and maybe one of the arms, like the helicopter, and that's it. And I was
so yeah. I mean, I think I could find like the red leg online for like $10, $12, $15, whatever it is, and then if someone can help me with the fist, right on the shelf he goes, man. And there's the nostalgia, man. Thank you very much, Brian. It really does mean a lot.
Dude, I bet you on Craigslist, there's probably some fisting.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that was it. That was it for my weekend, and that's it for my haul. Other than that, I'm trying to think what else. Nothing.
Sweet. All right, Dan. What about you?
Nothing too crazy. I got this this torso piece for this Build-A-Figure over the weekend, so I'm halfway done with this Fuse Zamasu from Dragon Ball.
What are you missing on it?
Just his other arm and his legs, but that hasn't technically hit retail because they're kind of weird about how they do their releases. They do like half waves or something like that, only 3 at a time.
Okay, so it's not like it's out there and you just don't have it. They're not in production yet.
Well, no, they are. It's like the Silver Surfer. It's not fully out there. Like people are finding them, but it's not just widespread just yet. And I have some on order. I just gotta wait.
Mm-hmm. Anything else?
Nope. That is it.
Brink.
Yo.
How you doing?
Good. I'm doing good, man.
What'd you get this weekend?
I got a good amount of stuff.
Amputated toe.
Yeah, I got some Hasbro related items.
Ooh.
I got the Scarlet Witch and Vision 2-pack from Big Dom.
How did he scalp you?
No, he did not. I don't think so. Anyway,
Dominomics, man. He always finds the way to make out.
Yeah. I got some Powder Primes.
Powder.
The Abominus Hunger guy.
Man, the stickers on that are cool and terrible at the same time.
Oh, real quick, I just want to shout out Candle Comics in the chat right now. This is his first time in the chat, and he can only stay a minute. It's 5 p.m. in Arizona. He's got to make dinner with the fam. But thanks for coming through, Candle Comics.
Yeah, that's awesome. Thank you.
Shout out to those dude. I don't mean to cut you off, Brian, but something like that needs to be shouted out.
Yeah, no, that's cool.
Bounces.
All right. Cut me off. Sorry, no problem.
Cut your toe off.
Those stickers real fast, it gives you the G1 feel, but then they also look terrible because you're an adult now and you don't want it to look like a toy.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't have this as a G1 and nor did I care about it. I'm just trying to complete this set of combiners. So, yeah, it's just all around terrible. Decent.
Honestly, man, that thing really looked good.
Oh, yeah. The shape.
Torso mode. The torso mode really looked good in hand.
Is that still part of combiner?
I'm not shitting on it, man. It really did look good in other modes. Not so much, but torso mode looked pretty good.
It's Combinerware's technology. I think it's branded under power the primes. I don't know. I threw the box
But
out.
you could scramble city it with other shit if you wanted to. Not
Sure
that you
can.
would, but
Surely can.
a Shocky Review says it's his first time in the Rock chat.
He was in here last week, so
Ah,
don't be a
you
liar.
Oh, caught.
fucking liar! Looking for shout outs.
And he's been
Fucking
in
banned.
unbroadcast and hangouts. So busted.
Ah, you son of a bitch!
Cabolta says my first time in the office.
I'm gonna kick you in the face. All right. So what else you get, Brink?
I picked up at ToyCon. I picked up a little Slave One Matchbox card type thing. I like to make these into Christmas ornaments.
I was
for my
literally
tree.
gonna say, well, what the fuck are you gonna do with that thing? But you knew it was coming.
Yeah. I picked up.
Did you get that on a Jeep?
I did. You know, I went back on Sunday to pick some things up for some people, and people are just like, "Here, just give
Oh,
me
you
$2
did go back.
Yeah. So, yep. And I picked up a Marvel Legends Winter Soldier. I think this is the Civil War version because he doesn't have the mask. And
He should have a mask with him.
all right, then it's on the Civil War one.
Yeah. Oh, Civil War. Never mind. I was thinking
All right.
Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
Never mind.
I guess is he not referred to as Winter Soldier anymore in Civil War?
Well, he is, but
All right. I should just
Just
call him
referred to Bucky.
And I got to sit in a replica of the Knight 2000, and got to have my picture taken and stuff, and I got this cool T-shirt, which says "Hassling Bad Guys" since 1982.
That's terrible. Man, so you sat in the replica of wasn't it a Mustang?
No, it was a Trans Am.
For the new one though? You said it was a
No, it's a
2000?
classic.
It's a replica of the original.
The Night Industry, the Night Industry 2000.
For some reason I thought you would.
Do you not
remake the show?
Do you not kit, bro? Do you do not know
No, I
that?
do. I just forgot that it was called the 2000. I just thought, but then I was thinking, didn't they remake it again? And like the year, like sometime in 2000, they remade the show and it was like a Mustang.
We try to figure.
I think they did.
Yeah, that's what I thought you were talking about. I was like, that's kind of something weird to be hyped about.
No, I wouldn't want to sit in that damn thing. Fuck no.
So I'm not sitting in that shit.
You know, it'd be crazy if they give you like an Afro wig to sit down there with a leather jacket, so you could be really like the Hoff.
Dude, I remember as a kid at Universal Studios in Los Angeles, like you'd sit in kit and they would have somebody, offside that would talk through the car and it would just fucking crack jokes and rip on you. It's pretty fucking cool. I know no one cares about the fucking remake. I just thought that's what he was talking about. That's why it was so wild. G Money trying to call me out.
Yeah,
All right.
they had that. They had the Back to the Future car, and they had the 18 band.
Yep.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. And I picked up another little Matchbox card thing of the gyrosphere from Jurassic World.
Yeah, that's cool.
You gonna make that
so
into an ornament?
I will not. But I saw somebody open this up and did a mod to it. And it's the perfect size to fit the little Diaclone dudes in that Takara Diaclone reboot line.
So that thing that actually rolls like where the seat will stay centered.
Yep.
Yeah, that's cool.
Pretty cool. I picked up that casting of the Emperor as a hologram. It comes with a light base on shit. It's pretty.
Oh, it does come with the base.
That looks like the Virgin Mary.
Yeah, you have the base with you.
You take that and you make like a Jello mold out of it.
Does the base have batteries? By the way,
The base
before you reach it.
came with batteries. I can open it up later.
No. Okay.
I'll show you.
All right, later.
You want to do it now? All right.
I think it would look
Dan
pretty
wants
cool.
to make
too.
popsicles out of it.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Got it right.
I think a lot of the Realmers bought a lot of stuff from him. I think we've been purchasing from that dude every time we go there.
Yeah.
Guys buy some stuff, but I think this time everybody bought something except for me.
All right. Mine doesn't have batteries in it.
All right, awesome. Yeah, shout out to not having batteries. That's great.
Fucked you. He fucked you.
but anyway,
Now you don't even know if it works.
It's a mirror base and it has these LEDs.
Little LEDs, yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
It looks really good lit up. These guys look fucking incredible lit up.
So would they have the Emperor? Don't they have Yoda and Obi-Wan?
Yeah, I got them up there somewhere, hiding back there.
They have Anakin also, right? Didn't they have the Anakin?
Yeah, you can choose
Yoda.
between Anakin and old Anakin and baby
And they
Yoda.
had a Sebastian Shaw. They had a S Shaw there. or whatever. Is
Who
this
makes those?
This guy called Old Jade Customs. Is that it?
Oh, so this guy just makes them on his own?
Yeah, we spoke
yeah,
about him on an earlier show.
I don't remember.
He's got a Facebook page you could find and order from him.
Yeah, that's cool.
And I had something else. Oh, I picked this up actually a couple weeks ago from Mr. Harvey _Dent. This is the hoverboard for
Swerve.
Marty McFly.
No.
The other one, Tailgate.
Yep, that's it.
Yeah. So thank you, Dan.
Yep.
And
Shout out to robots with hoverboards.
That is it. Oh, wait. And while finally at Dust House, I finally picked up my test shot from Mr. Pinkerton. That this will be part of my lighting rig for these shelves when I get around to it. And basically, it's a piece of foam with some magnets in it, and these shelves are are metal, so it just sticks right on. And I will have my LED strips running behind it.
That's a great idea, man.
Dope.
Your test shot.
Test shot.
That was nice. Nice. All right.
Anything else, man?
I mean, I got a ton of stuff here for people that I picked up, but I'm not going to go through that either.
Yeah, that don't count.
Yeah.
Well, until they pay you.
Oh, wait. I get one more thing. Sorry. This is the cherry on top.
Okay.
So,
prosthetic toe.
yeah, that'd be fantastic. So this comes to me from Josh F in the Facebook group in the Realm. He's actually in the chat right now.
What up, Josh?
And he was selling off his G.I. Joe collection. And for a very, very good price, thank you very much, sir, I picked up the SDCC Zorana. Which goes for a lot of money now online. And then also I got the 20th anniversary, whatever, Monkey Wrench. So thank you very much, sir. I do have a Dreadnought collection, and that completes it. So sweet.
Cool. All right. I actually, what did I get? I got some adult things.
Hey, Jisk.
Yeah.
What'd you get?
Oh, I got a new dryer.
All right. Shout out to fucking dryer.
I got a new phone. I finally broke down.
Fucking dryers.
Look at you. Electronics, man.
And I got a new phone, and I actually sold a figure.
Was it a Richtofen?
Kronos has left the building.
No way.
Yep, I saw somebody in Facebook who said they were looking for a Kronos, and I hit the dude up, and he said, "How much you want for it?" And I said, "Honestly, I have no idea. Make me an offer," and he made me an offer, and that was cool.
$200.
Yeah,
That's fantastic.
Yep. And
Get out of here. Kronos is out.
So it's gone. It's gone.
Now, do you feel any regrets? Any realm of regrets for selling?
No, not at all. Oh, excuse me. Sorry, I've been up super early.
Wow.
No.
Here we go.
Yep. No regrets whatsoever about selling Kronos.
No regrets.
It's our first 30-minute show right now.
And I do have some other things for sale, but I'm not gonna pimp them out here.
No, go ahead, pimp them out, man.
It's nothing that anybody needs. I just have. So listen, I got all this. I'm gonna have most of these Seekers for sale at some point, like everybody else is. And it's just kind of like if I see somebody looking for something, I'll be like, "Oh, I got this."
Yeah, I do that a lot.
In my closet. They just sit in a box in my closet, and when they sell, they sell, and if they don't, then they don't. I'm not worried about it. So what? Who cares? That was my Ace impersonation. Oh, speaking of, I forgot about Figure Banging. That's one of the shows also a part of the Cool Table Network. All right.
Dropping like flies.
Yeah, let's get into some news. Man, I really wish an episode of Figure Banging would come out. I don't even care if he just talks about his wedding ring.
I was talking with I was talking with JD this weekend. I'm like, fuck it, let's just do one without him. He's like, how are we gonna do it? I'm like, we'll figure it out. You can figure it out. We can figure it out. Just put a camera on a fucking figure and talk. How hard is it?
It can't be that hard. Hold on, I gotta figure this
out. And whoever's hosting the show has got to talk like Ace throughout the whole show.
You know what you need to do is you just need to film it, and then I'll just dub it.
Not even live. We won't do it live. We'll just, it'll be one of those specials that are pre-recorded.
He's looking for a DX9 Omega for really cheap, but MP Collector said, "No, I don't have one of those. Sorry, bro. This figure sucks. So I did see. I got to shout out this kid. I did see Asian kid Matt.
Did you see that picture on Instagram?
That dude, man, just ripped his car apart, and he's just putting work. Evidently, when he put in all those lights that he was so proud of, he did it wrong.
No.
Here's what I gotta say about the kid.
Hold on, that shit looked like the Falcon when it was in the asteroid. when they were chilling and they ripping it apart, trying to fix it.
I thought it looked like the DeLorean after it got hit by that train.
Yeah. Thank you, Brian. That was even.
This is what I say about But so here's the thing: he may have done it wrong the first time, but he did it all himself. This is what I like about Matt. He did it all himself, and it worked. He didn't light his fucking car on fire or anything like that. It worked. And now that he's got a job that's kind of in that industry, he realized, you know what? I did this totally wrong. I'm going to go back and redo it.
Yeah.
I don't know. And that to me is like most people are like, "Yeah, fuck it, it's good enough." So I gotta give that dude some credit for deciding that collecting wasn't really his passion, and he just vehicles and cars was his passion, and
he
just
fucking grew up, man. The dude grew up.
Shit. And I want to give a shout out to Asian Kim. I don't even know if he listens anymore, but
probably not.
Good for you.
I still listen from time to time, but now I just got real life, and sometimes shit just gets real,
You know what I like is that all the new people don't even know what's up.
Yeah, a lot of these guys that just come in don't know nothing about.
I don't understand that voice.
Sounds like definitely look, man. We got 143 episodes counting this one. You need to go back and do some fucking homework, man. There is so much good content, so much good times, man. So much good times.
If you never heard of Asian Kid Matt, he was like, 4'8", but he had like the voice of like a guy that was like 7'5".
He had the deepest voice for such a fucking little kid.
Here's the thing about fucking Matt. Matt is like 20. What was he like? 23, 22? What was he?
I don't even know.
Yeah, what was it? I think he just got into his early 20s and said, "I'm not collecting anymore." When he gets into his early, really,
dude, answer it.
Landline, answer it.
Put it on speaker.
I'm not watching that. I'm not answering that phone.
Come on. I thought you had the phone in the kitchen. What's it doing up in the collection room?
Tom PA.
Hello? Hello?
We're calling from TPC Research, a national polling firm, to conduct a very brief survey. The survey will take less than 4 minutes.
I'm sorry, I don't have time for this.
Completely anonymous,
and it's all
automated. It's automated.
Do you like one finger in your asshole or 3?
Dude, that's a new segment on the show. What'd you move the fucking phone from the kitchen up here?
No, man, I got multiple phones.
Oh, look at you.
Actually, in this room,
1999 call. They want their phones back.
You must be rich.
You got a lot of money. You got phones.
He's got phones. He's got multiple phones in every room.
Yeah. So here's the thing. I was going back to my joke. Matt gets out at 21, 22, whatever it is. He starts collecting Transformers again at 37.
He'll come back around. What's that?
I wish I still had those.
Well, good enough. He sold to me a majority of his collection. So hit me up when he's 38. I'll be
dead.
So. Nah, I'm not dying early. I'm not pulling. I ain't going out like no death mites.
Well, if you keep it easy, relax. I want to go early, so keep eating them fucking crickets.
I mean, dude, if there are any vampires out there, please hit me up. I want to live forever. I don't mind killing people and having to drink their blood. That's a small sacrifice for eternity. Throwing that out there. All right, let's get into some news. Let's do Transformers news first.
We're gonna do that again. I thought we did that last week.
Oh yeah, that's all right. Let's do it again. Let's mix it up.
Dust. I have to hold it.
Oh, do you have to piss? Is that what's up?
No, I'm good. I don't want to cut out.
I mean, you can. We could talk about fucking cricket protein and how it's the purest form of protein that's out there. Fucking dude, chirps for everybody. Buy a bag, eat them, give it a whirl.
Where is it?
I sent 5 bags to Bobby since I know he loves to eat shit like that.
All right, you guys are seeing this?
Yep.
We good? Everybody, check the chat. Make sure we're good. Because I hit present to everybody. Is that what I was supposed to do?
I think so.
I don't know. If you can't see it when we're talking, somebody let us know. Otherwise, we're just going to keep it moving.
I see
All
it.
right.
Keep All right.
rolling.
All right.
I was wondering if we were going to show this, and then I was like, I don't think that we should, but here we are. So
Pocket Toys is making a DX9 Richtofen KO.
I will say this. You know who's to blame for this KO? Is DX9 for fucking taking.
I think that, you're to blame for this KO because you fucking bought them all.
They didn't take that long. When did that come out?
It's been a while, man.
Oh,
Most
I
haven't
wait
they-
for a minute.
Or TFCon, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
why haven't they put out their second run yet? Like they did a super
now,
limited run the first
supposedly there's something wrong with the second run.
Yeah, you know what's wrong with it is that a KO company's put it out first.
So it's a smear campaign. There it is. But yeah, I just figured we get on
So,
this.
Jess, do you buy the Pocket Toys one?
I'm sorry?
Would you buy this one?
No, I'm gonna go with the DX9.
You are gonna wait?
Whatever. Wait, it's coming out in like in a week or two. This thing's not even fucking painted yet. You know what I mean? What am I gonna?
What if they're doing that Cobra one and that's it? It's the blue version.
Okay, I still don't want it.
All
I just want a fucking power glide, man. Stop fucking with my emotions.
Dust, I saw somebody was selling the that old X Transpots Paraglide at the show this weekend. Could have picked that up.
Yeah, sure. Next up, Moz Toys is their. They hinted a little bit of their Cybertronian Tetrajet.
Dude, you know what? I was hating on this thing when I first saw it, and now, I did forget Plastic Fanatics. Hold on, I'm sorry, James. I haven't seen James forever, but he's in the chat, which is nice, and I did forget Plastic Fanatics. You are still part of the Cool Table Network, and you're still part of my heart, James.
He's in the chat, but not on the show.
Yeah, what's up with that shit?
Wow, how does that work?
You're not in my heart.
Here we go. This is the Tetrajet version.
Yeah, so what I was saying is that I hated on the beginning, but from this angle, it looks kind of fucking cool.
Yeah, it looks like they went more with the video game look.
I still don't know if it's worth getting though. I still think the Impossible Toys one may be the way to go.
Well, Bob, yeah, well, for a screen accurate, like I said, this looks more like the video game. And if there's no Bobby Skullface art, there's no reason to buy it.
That's true.
Fine. Okay, Brian.
Yo.
You wanted to talk about this.
Oh, well.
I don't even know what the fuck this is.
All right, so what this is the Fans Project Dino King Combiner that's been recolored as Monstructor. I remember Monstructor from earlier issues of the IDW comics. He was like made by Shockwave or something. Possibly.
Right, like super insane and like...
Yeah. And, you know, we were on Plastic Fanatics talking about this, and I was like, damn, this is cheap. It's just a straight up recolor of the thing. And then he's like, well, that's exactly what it is, though, in the show, too. I was like, oh, all right, well, fuck me. Good job, Fans Project. There you go.
But they're the characters, like it's the legit characters for that combiner?
I believe so.
Like, so it's not like they're just like, oh, we're going to paint this guy. Man, that looks terrible.
Yeah, they just painted those guys.
Look at the fucking head. They didn't even hide the head. The fucking feet look.
And this is done by Fans Project. We're still alive.
Does the light still function?
I still function. Soundwave, I still function.
That one doesn't look so bad. That one looks pretty bad.
That's the deluxe Baldwin version.
Jeez.
Yeah,
you know what's a great color scheme? Some fucking teal and some maroon.
And Lucas B in the chat says this would be good if it was bigger, and I agree. He is a pretty small combiner. So
Dude, you know what the problem is that we've come so far that these just now look like shit.
Yeah, like if this was like 3 years ago, we'd be like, oh my god, I'm buying this. Well, I wouldn't have.
Hold on a second.
Some people would be.
Oh, I was like, what the fuck is that noise?
What
All right,
noise?
sorry about that. I heard it like it was like a busy signal. I thought, and I was like, "What the?" But I realized
Brian's on his phone.
Yeah, it was my phone ringing, which is weird. But all right. Yeah. Anyway, these look like shit. So good luck to whoever's buying them.
Yes, going up next, Toy World. Their yellow Constructor, the infamous Constructor mold, is getting the gift set version.
Dude, that's cool
for the yellow. So for you guys that like the yellow version, you are getting it.
I feel like that artwork though needed a good 5 or 6 more hours of work put into it.
Yeah, it's still dope, man. I love this gift set. I think this is the best gift set I've ever seen in a Transformers collecting. With the foam and the way it was placed in there, it just.
I think Toy World and like Warbitron and their sister companies have the best packaging.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But as a gift set, this thing was just it was just on point, man. It really was. Really well done. And it's not just that because the realm got me mine, man. It still means a lot. But when I opened it up, it was like a Pulp Fiction moment. The light, it's just really well done. Here we go. KFC is showing renders of their motorcycle modes for their Junkions
So
here.
that's Rekgar 2.
Yeah, this is what is that? Glinker?
I think it's Gunker.
Gunker.
And what are the other ones?
Drag.
That one looks cool. What's next?
Scraps.
Looks cool.
Scrappy one.
And Cast Off.
That one looks weird, but it's cool. Dude, I'm in for all of them.
They all look the same, dude.
Now,
the colors are different. Come on.
Now, guys, if they're still doing like the mix and match thing, are you down for that? Like, you could create your own.
I'm down for it, even if they don't do it. Like, I'm not going to swap the pieces out, but I just like the idea of having a junkie on shelf. I think they're cool enough.
All right, X-Transbots, Cliff Jumper.
So is it done? Is that it?
Yeah, I guess it's.
Yeah, look at the gun. The gun's painted. So
I guess it's done. I mean, I'm sure there's going to be a couple of little added things, but I like it. I like the head. I like the chest. I like the waist. I like the thighs, and then it just, for me, it just dies.
Oh god damn it, Dust, dude! It's just feet. Get over it.
Yeah, I know, but it seems. You know what? It seems to be that maybe it's just me because MMC's got the same feet.
Maybe they'll look better.
You know what I mean? Shut up, Dick.
I wish that they would just do that darker blue glass and not that clear glass, but
yeah. Well, we'll see what happens on.
I'd like a smoky gray glass.
That's fine.
Smoke gray.
I'd like a smashed in one.
But honestly, I like the look of the head. I like the chest. Well, of course, we can't see it from the back, but
you don't need to. It's fine.
Yeah,
but yeah, honestly, man, just to get it over with, man, I'm just gonna fucking.
I don't think it looks as bad as it used to look. Like I feel like it looks pretty good.
Buy him, throw him behind Bumblebee so you don't see his feet and just be happy.
I need a cliff jumper before I die.
God,
it's coming. It's coming soon, guys. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know.
Maybe I don't. Somebody will make an add-on kit for new feet.
I don't, I'm going to go, but you know what? It's been a while since I watched the G1 2, and I'm going to go back and watch a couple of episodes this week and see what's up with the feet. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm seeing it a different way in my mind, but they're not going with the penny racer. They're going with more of a straight up car, which I figured that's what they would do. But,
do you really care though? I mean, you keep them in the bot mode anyway, you know?
Yeah. But it would be kind of nice, man. I mean, Toy World B kind of nailed both looks. They nailed the fucking the cartoon robot look, and they nailed the penny racer, beetle look, So I think if they could have done something a little bit more with that, I wish Toy World would have done their version of Cliff Jumper.
You know what I like about this photo right here, though, is look at the way they transformed that Bumblebee. They're like, we don't give a fuck.
Yeah. Yeah, and they didn't give a fuck about those feet. Moving on, DX9 shot these out, and this is their Stunticon. What is this fucking guy? What's his name again?
I'll go ahead and say this looks a lot better than X-Transbots.
I disagree. I was just going to say I think the X-Transbots.
Here we go.
No. This is better.
Yeah,
you have comparison.
It's sleeker. It's better.
It comes at the end.
All right, let's save it till the end because just right off the bat, I'm looking at I don't like this fucking skirt flap that he's got right over his crotch.
I think it's clean.
I'm curious to see how big his dick is.
It's very clean. Look at that, very clean in the back. He's got a butthole.
Yeah,
it's a little butthole, but that I guess is that the connector port?
Get some pegging action.
Yeah, it's
probably is.
That's a connector port. It's kind of small. I mean, you know what? Honestly, man, with these two sets, man, I just want to see more of the combined mode, and then I can go from there.
Yeah, that's what I just like that between this, the X-Transbots, and then the Transformissions, man. I'll have all three of my Stunticons, and I'll never look back.
It's very posable, man. It's very clean. I like the look
right there.
Looks really good.
What is this? The breakdown? Dang, dude, it's fucking tall. It's a good size.
Mm-hmm. Perfect size.
Man. But you know what? That makes me think that Motor Master is going to be fucking gigantic.
Cool.
Well, it just matters on how they're going to do that transformation.
All right.
And that's that MMC Rumble, right?
Yeah.
You know what's interesting?
That MMC.
Good, dude.
I got to tell you right now, that MMC Rumble is the perfect size. Look at that right there, man. Look at that right there.
Yep, just looking up at all of them, dude.
Yeah, that works, man. That's giving me fucking tickles right there, man.
Just
That
hear him
works.
talking shit.
Yeah. I need to get that fucking figure.
Didn't DX9 make their own Megatron? And they're like, fuck it, we're not putting that in this picture. They're using
but this isn't this Unique Toys, the Stunticons?
That's DX.
I know, but I mean, you know,
Same thing.
All right. They know. Listen, at least they can admit when they're beat. They're like, fuck it, they got us.
Here's some more pics.
Dude, it does look good, man. I'll give it to him. It does look fucking real good.
Yeah, you know, it really looks fucking. You know what? It looks to me like more of a masterpiece than the X Transbots does.
Same here. Yeah, I agree.
It looks more like a masterpiece,
and
you know, with the detail, and you could tell like it's gonna have it with the transformation in the arms, and it just looks more like a masterpiece. Didn't they throw these up on TF Source or Big Bad Toy Store? I'm trying. I didn't see them.
Yes, yeah. They're naming these guys after movie gangsters.
Yeah, this is Montana, like Tony Montana. What was the price point?
I bet.
What was the price point?
I'm sure they're $100. Their Combaticons are $100 each.
Yeah, like 70 something. Aren't their Combaticons like 80?
I don't remember. Dude, look at the wrist. The way the wrist articulate, or at least it looks like it does.
It bends. Yeah.
Look at the wrist.
Look at the wrist.
I don't know, man. This is it. It just honestly, man. Let's see that fucking combined mode on both.
Dude, I feel like this year is about to get super fucking pricey, and I'm excited for it. Like, come on, I got money to burn.
Yeah, at the end of this month, my PayPal credit will be 100% done.
Antoine,
I got 2,500.
Antoine in the chat's at 99.
Yep.
Wow, 99.
Shout out to
So here we go. We got the 99, and he's what, about 50? They're trying to say that, or at least the first two were going to be cheap. They didn't say anything else about anything else. All the others.
I can't see them doing $50 for the first two and then 99 for the other ones. Like, that just seems like they're fucking kidding.
Yeah.
It's Keith, yo.
It's true.
I got the Lambo doors, so I can take out my dash.
God, they're doing this stuff.
Right there.
It's got the flip out lights.
Just like Sunstreaker.
Yeah, but 99, man, really?
Dude, what are you complaining about? Sunstreaker is like 125.
2018,
well,
bro.
that's
It's
Takara.
It's a new world order.
New world.
Inflation, bro.
Look how clean the ass is on that bitch. She looks like this bitch looked like she just wiped.
Dude, what if it's painted? It looks painted. I mean, what if that white's painted too? Dude,
It does look like it's painted.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm excited. All right, so there's the DX9 and there's the Sunbow.
Shout out to Keem, whatever you want to call him, with the Sunbow and the DX9.
I mean, dude, it looks good.
Dude, man, it looks on point, man.
Let's see the KFC. Or
that's down the line. We're getting there.
Wow.
This is what I don't know where's everybody getting this back Sunbow bullshit fucking pictures.
Yeah, who drew that tire? Did you finish that picture? I let my kid draw the tires, man.
Jesus Christ! Let's just look at it from the front and not imagine what's in the back. Car mode's on point. Shout out to D-Mode.
They took some liberties with the.
But here we go again with the stencil.
that looks like a drawing that somebody.
He drew it on an Etch-a-Sketch.
Oh, those intakes are blue instead of white.
But whatever, we get it. And here we go. We got the X-Trans, we got the Sunbow in the middle, and the DX9. And ladies and gentlemen, I will definitely have to say, in my opinion, right now, looking at these, DX9 gets it.
See, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I think the X-Trans looks good too.
I did not say I'm arguing the fact that the DX9 does not. The X-Transbots does not look good.
Looks like shit.
But if you look at the Sunbow scale drawing to DX9, the DX9 looks more closer to the cartoon source than the X-Trans.
It also looks closer to something I want to buy, which is good.
It looks closer to something I would spend my money on.
The feet are a little funky on both.
Antoine said X-Transbots is about 6.3 inches that he saw. DX9.
What was his name? Oh, he saw the figure.
6.3 inches.
Dude, I love this X-Transbots ones. It goes, not final test shot. That's like a double, like, that's redundant, isn't it?
I like
what's
the,
a final test shot? That's
all
not
right, let's break this down.
A final test shot would be something that you do before you put into production, because you have like different versions of how things go.
But
And
why
the
they just
final
say
one you
test
would
shot? Yeah, I don't know.
What I like about the X-Trans
clarify,
bots
because
is
we're always like, oh, I wonder if this is the final before we get it. So
I,
there's
I like the tire shoulders on the X-Trans bots. That looks more tune accurate. The arms look more accurate to the tune also. But with the DX9, it seems like the chest is more accurate.
I don't know. I don't see how
the crotch plate looks more accurate. The thighs with the two circles there look more accurate, and
size
the
of the only thing
legs.
that looks accurate.
The legs look a little bit more accurate with all the detail because the detail's a little off on the X-Trans. You see that? And that's usually Keith is usually on point with his cartoon mold. So
I mean, he's close enough.
That's also too. You're looking at a professional photo versus somebody snapped one at a con.
Sure, of course, but it doesn't take away that there's no two circles right here on the thighs like there is in the cartoon or the other version. But
as of right now, I don't think you can go wrong with either.
Yeah,
one,
yeah, you're absolutely right, man. It just matters on, and I'm gonna say it right now. We need to see this fucking combined mode.
Did they show this compared to any MP cars in alt mode?
No, of course not.
Because I mean, if it's straight up 1-to-1 scale with sideswipe and Sunshaker, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I feel like we're gonna get a lot more figures out this year. You know what I mean? Than we did last year, but it's not going to be anything crazy. Like you're going to spend more money this year because you're buying more versus last year because there was a bunch of big ass figures that came out.
I'm going to say right now, man, it's a close fucking race with these guys. It really is.
So it looks like XTB is a little closer on the coloring as far as what gets detail and what doesn't get detail.
I do think the DX9 though, the alt mode does look better.
Yeah, it's really clean. Really clean.
And dude, to have that DX9 be that white, I'm thinking it is painted.
Would that be worth $100 then? If it was
because
everything was painted,
it would be to me for sure.
Yeah.
Let's go back and look at the bot mode here, man.
Then it would look like the MP cars because they're all painted. So
I don't know. It just seems like aesthetically, I really like the arms of the X-Trans more than I do like the DX9. The head from this animation drawing right here with the Sunbow chart, the head looks a little bit more on point.
Excuse me.
The chest really looks good up until like the bottom part, and where I think with the big radiator thing there on the bottom of the abdomen. I think X-Transbots gets it. It seems like it's like you got the best of both in each one.
Right.
It's just
what this is what they chose to highlight. That's what they chose.
Yeah, I guess it just matters on the engineering. Like I really don't like the way the forearms are on the DX9 here compared to the X-Trans. The X-Transbots looks a little bit cleaner, but you can see it's going to be old school technology. Open this up, flip the wrist in.
At least they didn't do it where all the fingers are fucking have ball joints. At least
Yeah, what's going on with that?
Listen,
Keith is like, Well, that just makes me think it's going to be a smaller figure.
Well, he puts out hands for the MP cars that are fully articulated. So.
Yeah, it just makes me think that like everything like with him, like if it's like a true MP scale or taller, not a mini bot, they get the finger treatment. So I think this is going to be on their lines of a mini bot. I don't think this combiner is going to be super big.
What if he's doing that and then later on he's going to be like upgraded hands for?
Come on, I mean, class is out until we see a little bit more from them, but. Personally, that's how I feel about each figure, and they both look fucking great. And I like a little bit of this, I like a little bit of that, and I wish we could put it together for one.
Soon, they'll be dropping soon.
But honestly, come on, guys. Basically, we all know it's all about combined mode and what's going to be on our shelf. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
and we haven't seen.
It's always the best option unless there's another option. So
yeah.
It's already lost. Sorry.
Yeah. Is there a den?
So
the combined modes of either, right?
And which one you getting?
If I were to get one, I'd go with the DX9.
Okay, and why?
I don't know. It's just a little sleeker looking, a little more streamlined. I mean, it's got a better aesthetic to it than the KFC one or the Transbots.
Do you feel that it looks a little bit more closer, more accurate to the Sunbow?
I see a lot more similarities if you're going strictly off of that. I mean, the only thing is, the main thing that sticks out is the tires, and the feet aren't exactly perfect, but I mean, the rest of it's fairly dead on.
Yeah, I like the chest. The chest is with the silver right there. That looks really close. So
Even just having the little detail, the two little buttons on the thighs there, is just nice to touch.
Honestly, man, stupid things like that really do it for me.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like I'll take it out of the box and look at it, and then put it in combine mode and never see it again. But yet this would make or break me.
I mean, even if you keep looking down the leg there along the shins. They took the time to put that detail in there, whereas you look at the X-Trans bots, it's like an afterthought just to have those little vents at the bottom.
Yep, and the vents are just wrong.
Yeah. And dust on the outside of part of those legs on DX9, you're going to see the windows for the Lambo door.
Yeah, that's one thing that I was like, the front looks great, but those windows on the side, I just don't. But look, if you look on the X-Trans bots, it looks like the same thing. There's the mirror.
Yeah.
There's a side view mirror right there, so I think we're going to get a little bit of the same thing there. So. All right, as bot turns, as they say, it's a soap opera, so we'll see what's up.
All right, what's your last pick? Oh, is the alt modes.
That's it, the vehicle mode, and that is all for Transformer news, man. But this seems like was the biggest draw of the week, man. Like I know we talked about the X-Trans bots last week, but then seeing this one, so. Hey man, there's competition out there, man. We have choices, and that's what's one of the best things about our hobby, man. We have choices, so it's just basically how you feel and what you want to do.
I mean, that brought up a good question though too. Is like, is it those little details that like bring out the tune tickles, or is it the overall?
Sometimes for me, sometimes yeah, it really is. It really is. Like that's enough to make me say, wow. But honestly, when it really comes down to it, it's about transformation, and that XTB transformation looked fucking crazy, man. It looked like you were sliding pancakes and credit cards into slots and shit like that. It was just really crazy transformation there, man. So let's see what DX9 brings. But looking at what they did with their Combaticons, with the non-parts forming on the waist, and I know everybody likes the Zeta. It's gonna be like Toy World. I mean, what are we doing with this one?
Right?
We don't even know what the fuck XTB is doing. They're just hiding it. They don't want us to know. So either they're gonna change the game, or they're just gonna make us go, ooh. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I think we need to see a little bit more of their combined mode, and they don't need to. Especially, you know what? Here's the thing. XCB was the first announcing it. They're pushing it out there. They're getting their pictures out there. Now all of a sudden, the DX9 is creeping up and saying, "Hey, this is what we're doing. We got finished products. We're blah blah blah." First person that puts their fucking cards on the table is either going to win or lose with the combined. You know what I mean?
I remember the XTB ones was what they were knocked off. We never saw anything else about those.
Yeah. That knocked off. What was it? Sideswipe. They turned it into Sideswipe and something like that.
Plus, did that ever get released?
No.
Yeah.
Just
plus,
died
X-Transbots has more to prove. Like DX9 has made combiners. They know that everyone knows that they can do it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So X-Transbots.
XGB's never made a combiner.
Never made a combiner before. So
yeah,
they better crank these things out, and they better be good.
Dude, man, and this is what it is. Look at with Zeta with the aerial bots. Everybody wants that fucking thing done, man. We got the first two, and then what?
And then listen,
they're sitting back eating chirps.
I feel like the dudes at X-Transbots eat chirps on their break. But listen, X-Transbots can't be good for the money. It has to be good. Mm-hmm. Not it's good for $60. Like it has to be. This is their first attempt. They got to fucking kill it.
They have it's unfortunate they have that bad track record. So and a lot of people don't give them their props. Their proper props.
I just want to see
well, they earned it. So
and a lot of fuck yeah, man. You're absolutely right, man. A lot of people got burned.
And I just want to see these.
They made a lot of bad decisions.
I don't want to see these companies now start putting out these cheaper figures because they can cut corners, and people are like, oh, but it's good for the money. It's good. Well, you know what I mean?
And this is what happens with the KO community. And I spent $70 on that KO Megatron, and it's great. And I didn't have to pay $239.99 for Takara. Like all comes into play.
You don't have to, but you should have.
Yep. Yeah, man.
If DX9, if those cars come out looking as good as that picture did, I mean, I won't be combining mine or displaying mine in combined mode. So those alt modes and those bot modes are what's going to do it for me.
And then, of course, I'm sorry. Then you got the guy shitting on fans' toys, like it's not coming out for 10 years, and it's gonna be so much money. But you know what? You're the dudes that got fucking deep pockets with short arms. You know what I mean? You got short arms and deep pockets, man. You just don't want to spend the money. Period. You know what I mean? You're the dude that's buying the Wei Zhang fucking Omega. You know? Just saying. Next.
All right, Dan, you got some non-TF news?
I do.
And I'm not checking out. I'm taking a piss.
That's fine either way.
Usually I piss and feed the cats, so the cats are gonna starve tonight because I don't want to be blamed for checking out.
So I was gonna say, isn't that the same as
highlight.
checking out? This seems cool.
All right, so starting us out here, we have pictures of the Figma Overwatch Reaper figure. I don't know if I said figure more than once, but whatever.
No, you didn't.
You said
So this is the next
Figma.
addition to the Overwatch line.
I think that shit looks cool as fuck.
This is wild.
And I can't speak about Overwatch because I've never played it, but I know it's popular enough to get some cool releases. But yeah, this guy is really dope. He's got a very cool, my word of the night, aesthetic to it.
The only thing that looks shitty are just the ball jointed elbows.
Yeah. But I
I
mean,
I don't know anything about like Figma, if that's what they normally do or how they hold up, but
yeah. I don't know.
Yeah,
I still think that's pretty dope.
Who doesn't give a shit about ball jointed elbows? This guy is what he's saying.
yeah, that's what he's saying.
Exactly.
Yeah, but it's cool. It just has a cool. It looks like a cool character. It's got a look that makes me want to know more about it.
Yep.
Yeah, I got coworkers that are trying to get me to play Overwatch. I just haven't bit the bullet yet, even though it's been out for like fucking a year or so. Yes, yeah, so that's Reaper. He's up for pre-order now on all your favorite.
Do you know how much is that?
I don't know, probably $70-$80, something like that.
I mean, that's average though for Figma. It's not overpriced.
Yeah, something like that, I think.
All right.
I'm not sure. Somebody in the chat, look it up, because
cool. Whoever gets this, let us know how it is so we can report on it.
Indeed. All right. Also, Mayfex has put this up for pre-order, as well as solicitation, whatever, same thing. But this is the Master Wayne Mayfex or Muffet, whatever. Justice League Bruce Wayne with trench coat.
Do you guys collect that are DC? I guess not even DC figures, but like that are. Do you need a Bruce Wayne?
It's a nice thing to have. Like, it's just cool because you have a plain clothes one outside instead of just like a Batman or whatever. But
right, but then what would you need a Clark Kent? Like Superman.
I'm not really doing movie stuff much anymore. So,
but I'm just saying, you know what I mean? Like, where does it stop? Then do you need a Diana? Do you need a fucking Barry? You know what I mean? Like, do you need these heroes in their alter egos?
For the movie stuff, it'd be cool because that way you can kind of have a dress down Justice League. But I wouldn't say it's necessary. It's just one of those
not on the town celebrating an anniversary.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, because he comes with a little batarang, comes with an extra head for the tactical suit. Get that nice, ugly seam line right there.
Yeah, I was gonna say, does that come off, or is that just how they fucking did it?
I think it's interchangeable.
Yeah, because it looks like it's separate. Like even just looking through the cowl of the eyes, it looks like it's raised off of the head.
So here's another $100 toy from Mayfex.
Oh yeah, and that fucking gun.
A little neck peg to switch it out. Some batarangs.
So hold on a minute. You can switch it out. You can have him in the suit, but with the bat head.
I think they've done this before, and they'll have accessories for another figure they've put out. So once the tac suit, which I think is one of the next ones to come out, the tactical suit, you'll be able to put this on that because they've done it before. Like with the BVS ones, they would have the armored Batman, then they had the alternate like scarred face and the spear, the kryptonite spear that came out with the Nightmare Batman like a few months later. So that's kind of what
they're painted pretty good. I mean, look at just the texture on the face. Seems
they're doing
good.
that complete a figure.
The fuck's wrong with the side of his head? I'm back.
I believe it pulls off. If I read it.
Yeah, we had talked about that.
Sorry, I was releasing some hypnotical gases.
Dude, his face next to that gun makes this fucking face like huge.
What's it, Mayfix?
That may be out of scale too. That may just be.
He's got. I mean, that if you look right into his eyes with that fucking look, that's his fucking grin, man. That looks good. I like that.
Oh yeah, they did a good job. Like they painted, that's what I was talking about. They painted.
Other than the fucking silver shit and the fucking crease in the top of his head.
Yeah, it's for the tactical suit. All right, then just to show this off, this is SH Figuarts showing off their Infinity War Hulkbuster. So for those of you that missed out on the Age of Ultron one, you get another chance. So don't
And
fuck
their
up.
and their rocket.
And
Now,
the rocket.
do you think Hot Toys is doing one too?
They
No,
announced that
they are. We saw it.
Yeah.
last week, I think.
Whatever. This is remember I check out.
That's fine.
It was last week or like the week before we talked about it.
Oh, I actually did see those scenes that Star-Lord's here. A local retailer in California actually got the Star-Lord and Doctor Strange already, the Infinity War one. So you should expect to see that popping up.
What are these? First of all, these SH Figuarts ones. How big is this Hulkbuster armor?
I don't know. This is kind of the first we're seeing of it. I would assume it'd probably be similar to the other one. So I think the other one was like maybe 8 inches or so, because Figuarts are on the smaller end of the
So it's
spectrum.
not- it's
so
not
it's probably. I mean, it's big for the line. So I mean, it's still a fairly large figure, but
So it does tower over the other figures, though.
oh yeah, as it should.
Okay.
For
Right. All right.
for its stuff. I mean, I don't know how well it scales with like your Marvel Legends or your other like regular.
Well, Figuarts is
Domestic
6 inch,
stuff.
right? So
Yeah.
yeah.
But
All right.
yeah, for
Cool.
those that missed out, don't want to pay the 300 and up for the old one, and you want kind of a newer version. There's this guy.
I didn't like this Hulkbuster armor, but the more I see it, the more it's starting to grow on me.
Yeah, it's got a different look, kind of like a kind of an alien look to it. Which
Right.
It's a little different.
Cabalta says it's smaller than the old one, but I don't know if he's referring to Hot Toys or to Figuarts. Because he's a
I would think he was
he's a-
talking about Figuarts.
yeah, because he's a 1/6 collector.
Yeah. All right, moving on. This guy showed up this week, or a little bit last week. Then we got some pictures and solicitations today. This is the Mafex comic version of Spider-Man.
Looks good.
Yeah, it does.
Crotch life.
Yeah.
Yeah, they put a little too much airbrush. It's definitely. Why do you gotta stroke it, Dan? Stop stroking Peter's cock, please. Stop.
Whipping.
It's gross when you put it.
I love that. The head looks great. Well, not on the cock, but on his.
Yeah, this is a great looking comic representation. I mean, this one definitely making waves for.
Who's making this one?
This is Mafex as
Oh,
well.
that's right. I remember
I
I
kinda
talked
broke
about the
it up.
eyes last week.
Yeah, that fucking the eyes on that. Oh man, that's great.
Yeah.
It looks good.
But yeah, this is kind of what's setting it off for people, seeing the range of articulation he has.
Yeah, like look at that
He
back
can
foot.
get down into the.
And the lines
look
on
at
his
that.
suit that's sculpted, right?
Yes, that's
Yeah,
what it
that's
looks
cool.
like right now.
So remember, it was what the Revoltech one that was crazy articulated,
Yep.
but it was kind of funky looking at certain angles, right? So this
Yeah.
is
Yeah,
like-
just because the way you have to articulate it kind of gets a little
Yeah,
weird.
and
So
the
this
Rebel
one
Tech
looks
to
a
me
bit better.
it looked a little more anime, you know,
Oh, see,
a
I
little
thought
bit
it
more
looked like
exaggerated.
McFarlane. You know, McFarlane always had those crazy fucking poses and stuff for like when he was.
Speaking of which,
Oh yeah,
There
there
you
you
go.
go. Right,
Poses.
that's it.
Poses
That's
one.
like
Kinda
the.
do with it.
Now, are they going to do something with the molded lines, like maybe put some wash in there or just line it?
Judging from this picture, that's kind of what it looks like. You see a little bit of like a small black wash in there, and like a little bit of.
So it's not going to be
Detail here and
too
there.
overwhelming with it. It's just going to be little points
No,
here and there.
hopefully, it's.
I like it, man. What's the
it's-
retail on this guy?
This is where you're gonna laugh.
Yeah, I'm not.
$80.
All right, goodbye.
$80 to $90.
Keep it, shout out to Pizza Spidey.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie, this thing looks fucking dope, dude. Like it's giving me the feels.
yeah. I mean,
Yeah, it does, man. It really does.
yeah,
feet?
and
Look at the way the feet are. Go back to the feet. How they're
Yeah.
pointed like that. It's total McFarlane feet right there.
yeah, and again, going back to the Revoltech one, this one just looks a lot cleaner.
Right.
It looks like it can pull off a lot of the same things, right?
yeah.
The fucking
all that
the
breakup.
crotch and the waist is just a little off. That's just. But I guess it's just because of the to get that articulation.
I mean, to get his leg behind his head, you know. I mean,
Looks
stuff like
he's-
that I could see.
It looks like he's like at a self-defense class for women, and he's got that crotch, the
Yeah.
crotch buffer thing around him.
I mean, obviously, this is a prototype. You can kind of see where they kind of miss some of the paint, like right in here, but you can see it kind of.
Yeah,
blurry.
yeah.
So it
okay,
looks like it's
now-
very
now-
similar.
Yeah, now you can see like they're doing a light wash in there to bring out some of the
Kind
accents.
of
I
looks
like
a
that.
little like airbrushing down here too to
Yeah.
kind of pull out some detail. But this is just one of those prototypes, whatever excuses we always like to use for
I'll
figures.
feed you in a second. Relax.
And that's different heads, right? That's not just
Yeah, so you got a little bit more of a, oh, I'm looking at you, knock it off, and there's like, oh shit, pizza. Mary Jane's getting naked.
Shout out to Mary Jane.
Here's his accessories. Comes with a few webs.
Some
He's got
tips.
some magnetic hands and feet, so you can throw them up on your refrigerator as you're
Nice.
getting a beer at night.
Shout out to the Swift Squad.
No joke. I mean, that's dope. I may buy it just to put it on the fridge.
Yeah,
That's
I would love to buy
$80
this.
on your fridge.
yeah.
A fridge
that's-
magnet. Fuck yeah! It's dude. Look, listen. I got more money than God.
Look at you, Bowler, man. I like the two. I like the eyes on it. 2 eyes. Look at you. Don't even get me.
Yeah, I really like this too, but I don't know if I'm ready to go down that Mayfix thing where I just keep giving them $100 per figure. Where
Wow.
Figuarts is taking care of all my needs.
How's the quality on those? Isn't Mayfix hit or miss? I think
They're getting better from what I've heard. That's probably part to do with the price jump is that the quality is going up there because they're putting more into it. I mean, we'll see as more of these releases.
You'll get a lot of questions from me because I'm not so in tune with this stuff.
That's all good.
But yeah, I can't. I mean, I like to dabble in the legends a little bit. I like my comic book stuff, but I'm not
Yeah, it's
that
a
big
little
of a
hard to
collector.
swallow that pill.
Yeah, but don't get me wrong. I really like what I see with this guy. Other than
Studio Dre actually tagged me in a pic showing me this earlier, and we were talking, and we both really like it, but it's too high a price point. I feel like there's just not enough here. I mean, I like they're doing all the webs and the magnets, but personally, I would love to have a Peter Parker head.
So if it came with a gaggle of accessories, you think it would be worth it?
Yeah, I mean, you got to have something in there because I mean, the accessories usually are just shit they just kind of throw in there. You know, don't really cost much because all the money is going into the figure itself and the tooling and all that. Whereas
I'd rather have that though.
Well, I like the fact that it comes
I
with
agree,
a
but
different set of eyes, man. That's a good. They should add a squinting set too. That
for
would've been
$90, I just need something just a pinch more.
Oh hell yeah, you're
Something
absolutely right.
Just throw it over the top more than it already is.
Sure.
Personally. Okay,
Definitely
then
right.
I wasn't sure if we shown this last week, but this guy went up for pre-order. Check out Crushbox Customs. Get all your pre-orders in.
I don't remember talking about it last week.
So this is we saw this at Toy Fair, but this is Mezco's 1/12 Collective Blade. Who's looking pretty sleek.
Good. You know, my issue with these figures is just that like I feel like the soft goods are too like they're not to scale. So look at this one that clearly has a zipper on the jacket, but it's like a normal zipper, so it just looks weird.
Right.
Think about like each one of those. Picture a zipper and having each one of the fucking I don't know what they're called, but the hooks will be the size of your eyeball. Yeah, the teeth be the size of your actual teeth. Like that's what it look at. They're literally the size of that motherfucker's teeth.
You know what?
So that's what throws me off with it.
That could be a new fashion trend.
Just big ass zippers.
Yeah, like on our clothes. Let's fucking do that.
It's not a regular size zipper. Everything is huge zippers.
Yeah, I mean, I imagine it's just hard to do because it's such a small scale. I mean, it's easier to fake with a one.
No. Yeah, I know, but that's just what throws me off.
But no, for sure.
It's good though.
Like even the leather looks really weird. Just
Mezco is always like that with me. I'm like, why is the zipper so goddamn big? But it's actually a functioning zipper.
No, I doubt it.
I don't believe so.
Yeah, you know what? If it's not a functioning zipper, they could do it smaller. But if they want to make it functioning, I get it. They have to make it a little.
They gotta stitch all that stuff in. You know what I mean? I could see how they're just like, look, it may not be worth the hassle. You know?
Yeah. I don't even see the zipper on this one.
So is there gonna? You think there's gonna be a wire in the trench?
I believe there might be one
from the stitch right there.
Maybe like from right here.
Excuse me.
I'm pointing at the screen like you can see me, but that stitch. There's a stitch line. It looks like there's probably gonna be a wire.
There was the old man Logan. He had, I believe he has some wires down here and like I'm not sure what it's not the tail, but it's along here. So you might get a wire there.
Has Marvel Legends ever made a blade?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, they just put one out last year.
Not too long ago. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It came with the Netflix guys, the Netflix wave.
Yeah. That's what made everybody think like, ooh, maybe they're gonna do a Netflix Blade series. Shout out to Sticky Fingers. Remember when Sticky Fingers was Blade? Wasn't it on TNT or TBS or something like that? Yeah, Wesley Snipes was in the movies, but Sticky Fingers from Onyx played Blade in a TV show.
No, I don't remember that. But
it was I think it was TNT or TBS. Anybody in the chat that can really, it don't matter. I don't remember, but it was god awful.
I think this thing looks pretty good though overall. Like with just the jacket being kind of weird, I still think it's pretty dope.
Yeah,
it's a different look for him.
Like I like how it's got the blast effects for the guns and stuff like that.
I like the the vampire head. Really looks good with the lines and looks really good detail.
Yeah, the funniest thing about this guy is that all all I've seen in like the discussion posts about is how people are just going to mod like a small Wesley Snipes head and just put it on there.
Swipes.
Yeah.
Swipes.
So don't forget, you guys can pre-order this from Crashbox Customs, and when you're pre-ordering it, just give him a shout out. See how he's doing.
Yeah, it comes
Deluxe ball wants to throw your guns in the air. Up like you just don't care.
Book. I look at the clip.
Get a
You're gonna lose those
blade,
banana clips.
and you get a shotgun. You get a little submachine gun, some 8 interchangeable hands, alternate head, a couple pairs of sunglasses, some stakes.
Mark 44 Prime said it was Spike TV. Wow, remember Spike TV?
Yeah, I remember when that fucking used to be.
You know what? I'm gonna Cody. I'm Cody in it tomorrow. I'm gonna watch it.
Dude.
Speaking of Cody, British Cody just sent me a photo. He said it's already a thing, and it's a fucking jacket with a huge ass fucking zipper.
Wow,
it's ridiculous.
Is it only a UK thing?
I don't know. Cody, if you're still watching, is it already a UK thing?
Because they got big teeth over there, don't they? So that's probably.
Well, yeah, summer teeth.
I can tell.
Some there,
Great superpowers just kicked in.
Yeah,
nice.
Superpowers activate.
Yeah, I want to fucking copy this photo. I'm gonna put it in the thing.
And now the big
warm of a pinky toe.
And now the big news of the day.
Thanos.
Saw this last week.
Oh, excuse me, Darkseid.
Actually, you know what, Des? It's funny you bring that up because talk about timing, considering what's coming out Friday.
Yeah.
But here we have Mezco's 1/12 collective Darkseid, probably my most anticipated 1/12 figure.
Really?
Oh yeah, I've been wanting this guy since I first saw it 2 years ago.
Dude, I like this thing.
Wow, they leaked it 2 years ago?
Yeah, man, it's wild. I like this thing until he has the cloak on. And then I'm like, God, how fucking wide is this thing?
Mezco takes more time than fucking Takar.
Yo, I put that photo in the chat.
Mezco is the fans' toys of superhero collecting.
So they need to take these pictures from an angle down so we don't see
good.
the skirt next time.
Looks good.
They need you to know that he's well endowed.
Nah, this looks good. That looks fucking good.
I'm not gonna lie. Like if I was wearing that shirt, my balls would be hanging out. I'm just
fully articulated polystone figure, which I don't know why they went that route, but
what's a polystone?
So it's talking to Chris. I guess it's like some sort, like it's mixed in with stone or something. Maybe give it like detail or something, make it heavy or something. But then I was reading somewhere else that polystone's actually really fragile, or I don't know what's going on with that. I'll have to look at it more. If we have statue collectors, please let me know.
Now, doesn't this have like a $180 price point when a Mezco is usually like 80 to 100?
You know, Dust, the last time I checked, I was the Thunder Thief. But, you know, whatever.
Yeah, look at that.
Yeah, here you go. Here's the cloak just was talking about.
But
yeah.
I can always check out if you want me to.
Yeah, here's a little cloak, which is cool. Like, this is the first time seeing this as well.
Dude, hold on. Go back to that shot. Look, it looks like he's pumping quarters into a video game.
Yeah.
That little box on the side right there just looks like a coin slot.
Okay, there's details here. They got the little Green Lantern.
He looks like Megatron from Beast Machines.
Yeah, the cloak is a little much. Like, dude, look at that thing.
I don't know. It's kind of a neat little add-on. Just
turn
something a little different.
Is that comic accurate?
I don't recall him really having one.
Well, maybe we could find out this week when the movie comes out.
Yeah, there you go.
Wrong movie.
So it looks like he's got those shoulder pads are metal, huh?
Yeah, I think it says metal components, so probably that up there.
This thing does look fucking awesome, though. Like, it may be the first Mezco where I think 100% it looks dope.
Yeah.
I don't have any complaints about it, other than, it just being huge, but I think that lends itself to the character.
Yeah, with a mother box, it just looks fucking incredible. I can't wait. Little light up feature, a little bit of broken axe, like I just got punched in the dome by Superman. Then punching Superman in the dome.
It's a shame we'll never see this on the screen.
Yeah. It really sucks.
Yeah, no, not this guy, but
the Omega beam.
Wow, look at that. Ludo's beams.
That's cool.
It's like playing a game of Quicks.
All right, so here you have everything with him. He's got 3 alternate interchangeable face plates. I guess that's the smiling one then. He's got 6 interchangeable hands, a mother box, the standard Mezco display base, and adjustable posing post.
So that's a comic version of the mother box, right?
I believe so.
Doesn't look like a big cube like
it's not the movie one.
Yeah.
Fully articulated polystone figure with magnetic feature, metal components, and light up features.
Yeah, I'm wondering what the fucking polystone thing is.
Yeah, somebody Google that real fast.
And it's got light up features. Does any other Mezco have light up features?
The Tony Stark Iron Man will.
It's not out yet.
Yeah. Yeah, but
So
as
does
of
it
right
does it
now,
have a higher price point ice also? So
no, that one's actually $80.
so how we just define
So
the
as
price
Dust
then?
said earlier, this guy is going for $180, which is a lot higher than most people thought. I thought this was going to go for like
It's more than
120.
double.
All right,
I'm
so
not-
here's polystone. Just see this. It's a compound made up largely of polyurethane resin mixed with powdered stone additives that give it an added weight and the porcelain or stone-like feel that resulted in the material's name itself. Polystone is durable and highly effective at maintaining a sharp paint finish.
How malleable is it?
I don't
Big
know.
word tonight for me. Malleable.
So here's one.
Malleable.
Here's
Hashtag malleable in the chat.
Here's a collectible discussion that says polystone officially sucks. Let's see what these guys say.
I bet you everybody fucking spells it wrong in the chat. Malleable.
I'm pretty interested to use a different material. That's really cool.
And what's the
So-
scale? How tall is this? Is this a little bit larger than the other?
I got
go
to
fix?
look real quick. I mean, he's supposed to be bigger.
Yeah, you would think that he's a little bit larger than your basic, Wolverine throwing around the medicine ball.
Oh, product
Let's
scale
go.
112. That's really helpful.
So on this website that I just
7.5
found,
inch. Oh, 19 centimeters tall.
Hmm.
That's
somebody says, I just got a replica that shall go unnamed. It was made of that crap polystone.
You didn't do the
7.5 inches.
Says basically it was just watered down resin. So it's hit or miss, I think.
You better be
Um,
fucking hit on. Oh, what the fuck is that?
Let's see.
polystone sucks.
Class is out. Let's see what's up. And when does this due?
This is September through
2021.
2018. 2018. So maybe early next year.
Mezco is on fucking Fans Toys, Tom.
Yeah, they are.
Like I said, Mezco is the Fans Toys of superhero figures.
But yeah, for all your Mezco needs, make sure you hit up Chris over at Crashbox Customs, say hello, and get your orders in.
Yep.
And for those of you that have been pissing and moaning all day about this being $180, I have something just for you.
Okay.
Watch out, folks! It's the Easy Pass, Brigade of Fools. So what this is, somebody made this. I wish I could credit you, but essentially what it is just making fun of the people who always say this is an easy pass. I'm not going to buy this. This is overpriced. And then as soon as the figure comes out, people are trying to hunt it down for retail after it's already been sold out.
So hit up Crashbox is what he's
Hit
saying.
up Crashbox. Just get your order in. If you don't like it, you can sell it later.
And then ask him where he's at.
Man, I have a feeling that this polystone, it's going to be interesting to find out about polystone and if it really sucks. I have a feeling it's
I dated a chick named Polly Stone back in the
Well,
day.
the thing too
Yeah,
is like
she's brittle.
there's a lot of like statues, like a lot of high-end collectibles do use the method. So I mean, there's
but you're
got to
not
be
moving
some.
those around though. The statues are just
Yeah.
statues. So I think that's the issue. Is I think once you go to manipulate it and stuff, it gets kind of brittle and starts to break.
Right.
But I mean, it's
I mean,
still, it's still plastic. It's still
It's kind of weird. Like, what's it going to be like? Like kind of like it's going to be like underneath like a rubber coating. You could feel it and move it. It's like
I think it's
granite.
just mixed in. Like it's polyurethane, so it's
weird,
plastic. It's mixed in with this stone powder.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be quite interesting to see what their outcome is with that shit.
Yeah.
Can you open it up like a Stretch Armstrong and get the gummy stuff out of it? No?
I don't know. We're going to find out. Dude, speaking of Stretch Armstrong, I don't know if you noticed, but on Netflix, they have a new Stretch Armstrong cartoon, like this animated series. But it's not the old school Stretch Armstrong. It's like him and his buddies get these superpowers. My son loves this fucking thing.
You might want to fix your headset right there.
I can hear out of this one.
Just fucking with you.
But yeah, so the show looks like trash, but my son's into it. So if
Dude, man, you remember the old school Plastic Man with Hula Hula?
No.
The cartoon back in the day on Channel 7 on ABC. They had a Plastic Man cartoon, and there was this hot ass blonde was his girlfriend, and his sidekick was this Hawaiian dude with a Hawaiian shirt, and his name was Hula Hula.
What did Plastic Man do?
Plastic Man was like Reed Richards, elongated man. He could just stretch around.
It's not the DC one, is it, or is it somebody else?
No, Plastic Man is a DC character, and they
Okay,
had
well, I wasn't sure if that was the same
But
character.
this
It was
one that
of
you're
those.
talking about?
yeah. In the cartoon it was just mad stupid. Like he had like a sidekick called Hula Hula. He was Hawaiian, but like, hey, Plas. He was always stoned or some shit like that. Yeah, shout out to fucking Plastic Man.
I just remember, what was the name of the cartoon?
Sunday Heat said he's got it on DVD. Of course he
Of course
did, bro.
he does.
Of course.
What was the name of the cartoon where the dude, when he got wet with cold water, turned into the car?
No, when he overheated, it was Turbo Teen.
Turbo Teen.
Yeah, when he got excited and overheated, he turned into a fucking Trans Am.
And then did he have to get wet to turn back? Like, wasn't water?
Yeah, I think, yeah, because it cooled him off. It cooled him off.
I just remember his face turning into the bumper.
Yeah, like it stretched.
Yeah. Always what I remember.
Man, it's fucking killer, man.
That shit's
Killer
funny.
shit.
All right, so if we don't, go ahead. If we don't have any other news, I've got.
You said hula.
Anybody pick picks tonight or is that...
Nah.
We need to though. Like honestly, if we know, we got to do it next week anyway.
Yeah, let's bring it back because it seems like
I want to keep it going.
You know, a lot of the fans of the show or actually you know, toy photographers, and we're kind of like putting them on the back burner because you know, inventories and whatnot.
All right, so what I wanted to talk about tonight was actually displays.
Oh, we got a topic? Just got a topic?
Yeah,
you bring a topic to the table?
It's just some questions, but they're just display oriented. So I wanted to first know, if money wasn't an option, what would your display look like?
What do you mean?
Like if you could go all out on a display, what would you do?
Display, not figures, but
yeah, like how would you do? Like what would you do?
But like cabinets or shelving or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna take it right up first, and shout out to fucking Decepticon because his fucking cabinets are fucking the bomb. And I know he paid a lot of dough for that shit, man. That shit is incredible. His
but
setup.
Would you display differently though too? Like would you put
of course.
poses? Like,
yeah. I'm not saying I would have MMC shit in there. You know, one figure every 6 pages.
No. Yeah, but I mean, like, what? I guess that's what I'm talking about.
Oh, okay. I didn't know what I thought you said. What would you put him in?
Well, no. I am like the whole thing. Like, how would your what's the ultimate display? Like, if you could set up your dream, you could have your dream setup. What would the setup look like? And then what would you do with the figures inside of it? I guess that's more of the question.
Okay, so I thought maybe you like saying like if there's any product out there that I would want to display my figures in, because his shit is just those cabinets.
His shit is dope.
Yeah, they're dope as fuck. You know. So.
But you would go cabinets then. You would stay.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I would definitely stay with the glass. But you know, and shout out to the new craze, the double detolf. I almost fucking stuttered on that one.
Is the double detolf
the double detolf is becoming a big thing now? Yeah, it's becoming a big thing now. It's the craze now with all the hip kids, you know. So, and it you know, honestly, man, when you think about it, it's a great idea. You cut the fucking detolf base at the line where you put the glass in. You cut another one. You push them together. You glue them, and you fucking bolt them together, and you take the two glasses out, and you got a double wide detolf. It works. It really would work.
There's a for those of you that are interested in doing that, there is a Sideshow Collectibles forum that somebody has detailed instructions on how you actually do that. I've looked.
There is also an air fry message board that they show you where you can display your air fryer collection.
Nice.
And a double detolf. So go check it out, man. You got rooms for the 350 watt, the 400 watt, and the 600 watt. So it's a really good.
So what about you, Brink? I know you just spent a bunch of money just to actually get your display to where it is, but if you what is your dream scenario for a setup?
You know, I'm sitting here thinking about it for the last 5 minutes, trying to figure something out. But definitely, I would want to get stuff with custom, custom height and width. And I think I'd want to have it hung on the wall as opposed to having shelving units that go straight down to the wall. I mean, straight down to the floor.
So you would have would it be encased though, and it'd be mounted?
No, I still want things open, not encased in glass, but
so you would want custom hung shelves.
Yeah.
Then I guess, right? Is that the best way to explain it?
Yeah. And to be honest, I think if money was an option, I'd just want to pay someone to come in here and fucking hang these things on the goddamn wall.
Oh yeah, of course. I mean, that's how.
If money's not an option, man, you're making custom fucking things, man. I would like to make some shit with some waterfalls behind it.
But I think for me though, from a lighting
Crashbox was good at that.
Yeah, a lighting perspective, I'd love each shelf to have its own set of lights. You know, you've seen those things in IKEA where they come out and then they shine down.
Almost like a spotlight.
Yeah, I'd love to do that for every single shelf.
You almost got a little bit of that going on, like for looking at your shelf, like, and then you see that one storm trooper that's like about to be abducted by aliens above it.
Yeah.
Just the light of God is just shining on that guy.
Yeah,
That's
I've got
dope
these cheapo clip-on lights that I'm just using in the meantime, so that I can play around with how I want the light set up and things like that. That's what one of those is. Here it is here.
It's cool that they're easily
thing.
like you can change them around pretty easy.
Yeah,
What about
I
you?
mean, they look like crap, but that, like I said, they're just there for me to mess around with stuff.
What about you, Dan?
So ultimately, what I would like to have is you have like a similar shelving unit to like a bookshelf. In a way, it's fairly deep, and then I'd have dioramas, in them, so I can have like scenes I can play out, because I like to do dynamic things with my stuff. Have it enclosed behind like glass doors, just because I have animals and I don't want it's a pain in the ass to clean that shit. But I also want to get like kind of like what Brave has. It's like these like little display case or whatever, like you see in a just like a fine jewelry store or some bullshit like that. Just a nice little glass case where I can just sit my TV on it, but have a nice.
Right, they're vertical cases versus like horizontal.
Yeah, so it'd be like that in the middle, and then two of the bookshelves on either side.
Oh, like one of those cases you go and you buy the store and it's that.
What pisses me off is I almost bought one for like $100, but I got to it too late.
You know what's good about those? They look really good, but the fucking hard thing is you got to get it from the back. So if you got it up against the wall, you got to move it, and when you move it, everything's just gonna fucking. You got to.
That's a fucking thing. That's a fucking thing, though. I found.
How are you gonna set it and push it back to the wall?
I mostly see those, but the one I almost got was from the front, which would have been perfect, because that's ultimately what I want. I want a front one so I can actually go in there.
Dan likes it from the front.
You could probably switch those out too, where like you can get glass sliding doors to replace like the wooden sliding doors that are in the back.
Mm-hmm.
It's something. This is something I think about a lot, because like that's like being so close to like being done with my Transformers collection. It's like I really think about like how I want it displayed, because I don't like, not that I don't like my setup, but I just feel like I need it to be, it has to be sophisticated, and I feel like the way I have it is not, and I don't know what that means. But like what's starting to bother me now is like that that all of these shelves are the same level.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I think alternating the levels is actually kind of more interesting to me. So I don't know.
Dude, personally, I don't like the D12s that much. I mean, they're good for some stuff. Like, I'm gonna move this, but I mean, you can see like if you have like a smallish display that you can't see because doing this poorly.
No,
let's face it, D12s weren't made for what we're doing.
I mean, you get a nice little like small scene, but like that. But as
look
soon
at
as
all
like,
that air and room you got. Yeah.
Get up to here, and it's just so cluttered because I can't do anything with it.
Right.
So, I mean, it just really depends. But I wouldn't mind having like D-tops as like end pieces, but they're not the end all be all for me.
Not at all. And when I bought mine, I thought that's exactly what I wanted. And then when I started filling them, I'm like, I got to do this a little bit more strategically. And I mean, honestly, I really think I definitely think I kind of did a good job with what I'm doing, and I left a lot of room to go further. And what's great about it is I know there's a dude that makes the 3D printed, the adapters or whatnot, and Steele's got them. He said they're pretty good, but the best bet is to buy those fucking rail.
Yeah, those little U-bolts.
Yeah, the U-bolts that go on there, and you don't even need glass. You could just find a local plastic place, get some plexiglass made.
You don't even have to. So, go ahead.
Really adjust, if you're smart. Adjust your shelving the proper way. So don't think a DTOF is set just there. Just think out the box. Spend a little money. It's $3 for the bolts, probably about $6 or $7 for the plexiglass.
So Home Depot sells sheets of plexiglass. They're 8x8. I think they're $25.
You gotta get someone to
It's easy to cut. So I cut it myself. It's super easy. Like that's what I use for the shelf. All you have to. So listen, for people that have never cut plexiglass, all you got to do is you just get a straight edge, and you just get like a box cutter or an X-Acto knife. You got to score it a couple of times, and you can just snap it into place. Like you snap it, and it breaks perfectly on the seam.
And that works unless you're fucking throwing a fucking combiner on there. Plexiglass is fine. It's not going to bow. It's going to be great. So honestly, just think we can turn these guys into something that we all want. And with this new double DTOF technology,
Well, I do think, like, especially looking. I just noticed you got your air fryer in the details.
Yeah, well, somebody in the chat said, "Dust, you should put the air fryer in the bottom shelf."
It's
Well,
funny.
guess what? Now,
But
now it's there.
so I have been thinking, like, I've looked, obviously Pinkerton's display is fucking dope, and then I saw that, you know, somebody mentioned in the chat, but Bobby did that video about the lighting. But his, so I will tell you what makes your DTOF automatically look better, and Dust, you did, is putting it on a shelf, raising it up.
Yep.
And then I know everybody likes these colored lights because they're cool to look at, but honestly, they're fucking trash. Like, just get the all white lights that like Chris and Bobby have. It just makes it look fucking good.
The one thing I don't like about the what are they, Diodators or Diodo? Yeah, I'm old. The Diodator lights is like, I don't like the way the LEDs you see dot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't like that LED dot look. I just want like one light to just come down, you know. And puck lighting works, but it's not bright enough like the LEDs. And then a lot of puck lighting, to make it easy, is battery operated. I tried the puck lighting when I had my old setup. AAA batteries, they were dying every 3 weeks. You know what I mean? I was spending more money on batteries than I was on figures, you know, so it's hard, man.
I can't wait. Like, that's what's getting me excited. Like, you know, I joked around last week that the passion was gone for collecting, but what's getting me excited and hyped is to like just fucking flip this whole shit.
Change it up.
I'm fucking looking forward. Like, I'm looking forward to moving whenever that goes down, for the simple fact that I got to take all this down and re-put it back up and just get it.
Well, I wouldn't look forward to that at all.
No, I mean, I'm hyped on it. All right, so in that same vein, I got another question. So what's the I guess let's do this. So what is the one biggest thing what's the biggest thing someone can do to elevate their display? So if somebody's just looking like, oh, well, I just need one thing, I don't have a lot of money, like, what do you guys think is the one thing that they could do to make their display look better? And I don't honestly go out and buy 18 DTOFs. Like, let's say somebody has DTOFs, what do you think is the best thing they could do? If somebody uses shelves, what do you think is the best thing?
What I think is, like, and it took me a long time, and with what I got here, especially with the DTOF, it's like properly spacing your figures and making it work. I mean, I know I have some. I know I definitely have some fucking really crowded shelves, but if you look at the shelves, it's properly placed with the proper figures. You know what I mean? It's like, you know, a lot of for Transformer wise, everything is separated per season for me, and I think personally, for having DTOFs, I've kind of found the balance of who's where, what's what. You know, Ratchet and Ironhide aren't on the same fucking shelf. You know what I mean? You know the white on white with the red, and not too many. It's color thing. It's character. It's height wise, and you know, especially these two the 4 shelves here, like my season 1 and season 2 right there. I put a lot of thought into what I want to do and where they're gonna go. So when you're dealing with DTOFs, it's definitely tough to plan it out properly. And I've seen some DTOFs where everybody just fucking hankers in there, throws it in and jams it up, and you could definitely make it look like it's a posse hip hop album cover, right. But you just got to do it right with the right people. And I think I kind of did it right.
Yeah, to tack onto that too, posing makes all the difference in a show.
Well, that's why I have Brian Brink coming over. You know, he's the he's the robot whisperer.
I mean, nothing wrong with having him kind of stand there, you know, in a good little, you know, class photo looking thing. But you know, you get just a simple pose. Hell, you just get somebody, you know, just standing on there, standing up, you know, doing an arm bend or something. You know, just a little.
Yep. Something so simple as that. Just turning the head and tilting it with a little attitude. And you know what? I'm not the type of guy that would like to put acrylic risers in and putting like figures on top of Prime's trailer, because to me, I just want to look at my collection like if they were just chilling, hanging out, like in like a still shot. You know what I mean? Right. If you know, if we could have Transformers with selfies and fucking cell phones, and now why can't I have you know, an Autobot with reflector taking a picture of a group shot? And that's how I like to try to look at every single shelf that I do. It's a different group shot of my Transformers. Everybody's on the same level. You get a nice perspective of how tall these guys are, you know. And I think that's where the bolt system with the plexiglass and changing the sizing of the shelves can really turn these DTOFs into something a little bit more.
What do you think, Brink? What's the biggest thing that someone could do to just elevate their display?
Definitely the spacing, not getting too cluttered. But I think maybe you guys touched on tonight, but do some scenes, like just have it set up so that you don't necessarily have to group them in by their faction or whatever, but have a couple little battle scenes in there.
Yeah.
With a few figs on each side doing something. It really does look good.
Excuse me.
It's
Especially of the room, man.
Fun.
Like
It's a lot of fun
me
to do.
myself, I'm locked down to 4D tiles, so I got to do whatever I can in 4D tiles. But if you have more room and you're able to spread it out and do a little bit more of that, that's killer, man. I would love to be able to do that.
Yeah, I definitely think that for me, the two biggest things that you could do especially if you're just on a budget, and I know a lot of people are, but it's like spacing between your figures, and for me, it's lights. Being able to see that shit is fucking key, because a lot of people do just have bookcases, which do look good, but like then you get these figures in the back, like especially you can't really see them; they're always shadowed all the time. Like, put some lights in there, just make it look.
That was a big issue with me, was when I was using these. I don't want to put my camera over it. Those black Walmart books.
Right.
Like everything was just lost. It just seemed like it looked good, but everything was just lost, and you really didn't get to enjoy it much because of the background. It was just and then I see like people putting stuff on the white shelves, and it kind of gives you that same feeling of just being lost because it seems like they're in a box. But behind the glass, they're in a box. But it just looks, in my opinion, looks a little bit better. Like there's more freedom, and I guess once I get lights in there. But with my overhead here, when I turn this overhead lamp on, you don't need to have the fucking lights.
Right, yeah.
So for now, lights are definitely in how I'm going to light these things are on my agenda. But I just want to look and look to see what different choices I have. Everybody seems to go with the same strip, the same way. I just want to see what else is out there and how maybe I could change it up a bit. And
I just think especially like you're collecting these high-end collectibles. I mean, a lot of people now especially are into hot toys, and even like I would consider MP like a high-end collectible. And it's like you're collecting these elevated things. They're not just toys. So like elevate the display. I think classing it up a little bit. And I'm totally guilty of my display doesn't look classy by any means. It's starting to look cluttered and just kind of trashy to me. So
so is mine.
It's time.
No, but you have a different way of displaying because you're doing your vehicle and robot.
Yeah, but there's something I haven't figured it out yet. And there's something missing. And honestly, I haven't been like too worried about it yet because it's not. I'm saving it specifically so I still stay engaged once I'm done, majorly collecting.
How would you feel about like one side being robot and the other side being vehicle? Would you think about splitting it up and putting vehicles together?
It would just have to make sense. Like to me, it doesn't. I think to me, the reason why I want both, and
you can see them. You can see both together. Yeah.
Right. So I think it just kind of takes away. You're like, that's weird.
Yeah, I was just throwing it out there as a query.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
And just as to say, back to your first question before this one, I think I actually have thought about it. So, for instance, a lot of people have their figures along the walls, right? So I would change it up, and I would build something for the middle of the room that you would walk around.
Yeah,
I agree.
I see. I saw a guy that had big enough room. He was a big G1 collector, and he had like a double glass panel thing that was in the middle of the room. You just walk right around like it was in a store.
You know what else I would do too is set it up like the 40K guys do, or like if you're doing a model railroad or something, right? But maybe have like 3 layers, and again, I would display these guys in a like a battle sequence or something like that. So that's how I would do it.
That's something that really got me thinking. And I don't know who the guy was, but somebody, I think it was in the Realm.
Realm?
Look at that. We haven't done that in a Realm.
It's been a while.
Somebody had taken a photo of when Sunstreaker first came out, and it was like blasting Blitzwing in the face. Do you remember this photo? And it was like fully like, it was like Sunstreaker was like almost in a bent pose, like a Spider-Man pose, but it had this blast, and it was like this blast. I don't know. He just created the scene that to me looked so cool, and I was like, dude, that's fucking awesome. And so I don't know. I got to kick it up in some way, but it just made me start thinking about this shit.
So would you really like to like set everything up like little
not
displays
not
and
everything,
like
but
poses and like recreating cells from the cartoon? You know,
That would be fun.
not all of them, but I think some of them would. You know, I think it'd be cool just to set a scene. Yeah, I mean,
well, you know, things like the dudes that made those backdrops for your DTOFs. Not for me, but that's a great idea if that's something that you want to do.
right. And I thought about going that route at first, but to me, it's just not like
Crash
talking about
box.
well,
not just saying dioramas, but you know, if you don't have the diorama money to just buy those, you know, backdrops that you just put like they were just replicas of like the
repro labels
Arc,
made them.
you know, the Arc. You just stand it in
Right.
your DTOF or you know, whatever, you know, the Nemesis, and you just throw it in your DTOF.
It just wasn't. It wasn't. And again, not that it's not classy, but it wasn't classy enough. Like I really want this shit to just.
And the
look
fucking killer thing is X2 Toys makes a fucking Teletran 1 that doesn't fit in the #1 display unit that everybody uses.
Those guys.
I think that was just a fucking.
Yeah, but maybe not though. I mean, I guess you know if you're wanting it to scale with MP, maybe it's like, look, it would.
I
shorten
get
up,
it.
it'd be
I
kinda
get
stubby.
it. But I think it might fit into the double DTOF. Shout out to
It may. All right. So then my last question, then, just to kind of play off that, is what's the worst thing, without being a dick about it? What's the worst thing you can do for your display?
Wow, crickets.
Crickets. Well, for me, again, it's for me.
Not
It's,
give a fuck and just throw everything in there like it's a fucking buffet.
yeah, just cluttering it, and
Too much. The buffet, you know.
I think mixing. I don't want to say mixing like,
Styles and
no, what's the? I guess
brands, and
shows or mixing
generations of figures. You would say,
mixing
unless of course
genres,
you got a theme like with the primes, and you got a Megatron shelf, and you got you got your shelves that does do that. True Starscreamer says in the chat, worst thing, tote life,
plastic totes.
plastic salad toss, mixing lines.
I think
P-Shrek said worst thing, chugs.
I just think like the biggest thing that doesn't that gets overlooked. I don't know why I can't find the right words today, but the biggest thing that gets overlooked is in collecting is the display, and I think that nobody really talks about it, and I think that it just needs to be. I'd like to see more of that shit being shown.
Well,
Who was doing that before?
I'm looking back at your collection now. You have is that the Toy World Devi on the bottom of that DTOF?
That is the Toy World Devi in a DTOF rubber D.
And then you have an elevated shelf. Are you using the U-bolt system there?
Yeah.
Okay. And then you got another shelf, and then you got all that air in there. How come you didn't throw another U-bolt?
Because I just haven't. Again, it's one of
See,
these things
if you
where I
throw a
just
U-bolt in there and with another shelf,
well, that shelf looks like trash. I'm going to tell you right now that shelf sucks.
I mean, and then look, you got your Combaticons up there. You could throw another U-bolt and raise that up a little bit more. See, this is what we're talking about. This is where you get more bang for your buck, and it's just what a couple of dollars for the U-bolts if you find them at Home Depot. Yeah, and then you just get some plexiglass.
Actually,
done, man.
Yeah,
done.
Here they are.
Done.
Here, I'll show people what they look like.
Yeah, that's the perfect. I'm not making fun of your fucking display, but that's just a perfect example of making more bang for your buck.
So if you can see this, this is two U-bolts stuck together, just so I didn't want to lose them. So that's what it looks like. It fits around. Well,
and where the screws are is where the glass sits.
Yeah, on these two little lips right there, the screw sits.
You really have to measure that shit correctly. Really,
yeah, but it's not hard. And yeah, so my display, like literally, I haven't fucked around in here. I'm well aware that my
I'm just saying,
like trash.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like,
you know what I mean?
No, I'm saying you already tried the U-bolt system back there, and don't put your head in front of it because we're looking at it.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, you already used the U-bolt system, and it worked. But then you have an option. You could put another shelf here. You could raise that up. You can get another two shelves in that detail.
What you don't see is over here, and you can't see it, but it's the one closest to the wall. But I have Blitzwing at the top, and then there's only like maybe it's like 8 inches of space, and then I have the jet mode underneath it.
Perfect.
And so that looks kind of cool. But again, it's just trying to fucking.
Yeah, you're utilizing the space. Like now, if you didn't put those.
Yeah, who's on Chat Patrol? Somebody's got to handle that.
Yeah.
Oh.
Thank you, sir.
What's going on here?
I don't know.
Spamming.
Oh,
Yeah.
Donald Duckertons. Who
Donald
took
Duck
care of that?
returns.
Duck returns.
All right, shout out to Energon Addict on on chat. You know,
The band hammer came in full
yeah,
effect.
Van Hammer, man, just fucking get him out of here. Don't put a time him out. Just get him out. The
Yeah,
fuck out of here, man.
Yeah. So anytime anybody wants to, shoot me pictures of your display or talk display, hit me up.
Yeah, man. Send it into the fucking
If
Rum
you really-
Collectors. Enter the rumcast@gmail.com, and we'll just throw it. Why don't we start putting some collections on the fucking website? We have the website. Why don't we just start fucking using it, man? We could just start putting, if you don't want to do a shelf life video or you don't want to do something live and talk about it, I mean, you could just video without you talking, but it's more fun if we get to talk and hear you and you talk about your collection. But if you just want to take some pictures
already, what the fuck?
Yo, chat patrol. Cool.
Yoink, yoink, yoink.
But yeah. I mean, I like the shelf life. I'd like to do that too. Yeah, I don't know. It's something that I feel like that's where my passion is going, is to this fucking display, the display piece. And it is kind of one of those things where it's like unless you have a lot of room, like I don't have a lot of room, so I can't, like, there's no more expanding for me. This is it.
Yeah.
So it's just about rearranging and figuring out ways to use this space until I get a new space. And so
that's great.
Yeah.
It's been a while since we had that. That's great.
But yeah. All right. Well, that's that. Brink, you want to shout out the chat?
Sure.
No. Sorry, man. Like, no, man. Honestly, man, I'm definitely looking in that was Home Depot, right? Just give me the size of that shit because I would love to fucking. There's a couple of shelves that I want to fucking adjust and get shit straight. So
yeah, here actually, I'll tell you.
I don't know the name, the exact size of the bolts that I'm looking for.
3/16, if this is right.
All right.
Look at these other ones. It's on here.
Check out those American measurements.
And then it's just getting the fuck. To me, the hardest part was like, when I said I wanted to do something like that and add extra shelves, I was like, it's gotta be glass. Yeah, I want it to be glass because everything else is glass because that's the guy that I am. But I'm just like, honestly, man, if I could just cut some fucking plexi, get someone to cut some plexi real cheap, I'm good with about it.
Yeah, this motherfucker, dude.
Look at this. Yeah.
Oh, is he back
Great.
again?
Yeah, it's somebody clearly is.
Is it Daffy this time? Who is
Yeah,
it?
he's got more fucking.
Donald Duck 2, Donald Duck 3. What the?
It's a couple of people. It's probably
Yeah,
a couple of people.
awesome.
It's no big deal.
It's awesome.
Um,
I could do a fucking IP check right now and find out exactly who it is.
But BZ Fresh said it perfectly. He said he's like, I think the biggest reason the display aspect is forgotten is that it's not something other people see other than ourselves unless we share it, which is exactly right. And I think it's time to, like, especially if we're going to be like a collecting community, and we do talk about the figures all the time, but let's start talking about all aspects of it.
Sure.
Start talking about how you save money for it. I got my financial planner on deck. He'll.
The best thing about this dude that's spamming the chat, if you had anything good to say, it would be dope.
Yeah.
He's just got nothing. You know what I mean?
I know, it's like somebody just fucking made 18 accounts and just let their kid go to work on it.
Yeah. It'd be pretty cool if you have anything to say other than just smashing fucking buttons.
Yeah. All
right. I said this.
Deluxe, I would make fun of your collection. You're better off not showing it to
It's
me.
funny. I went to the guy's original channel. It was like some weird robot thing.
Well, let's go to his channel next week.
Nah.
Nah, fuck that guy.
Hey, how many mods we have in the chat right now? We don't have enough mods in the chat right now. That's what it is.
It's time to promote people.
Yeah, we got to give some people some hammers, man.
Yep. I think it's time to do that. All right. Well, let's Brink, go for it and read down the chat. The chat.
Trash.
Except for this fucker who's spamming us.
Yeah. Skip over that jerk.
Okie dokie. We got Josh F in here. Shocky reviews. Chat winging him. What's up, dude? Danny V. Rogue War 71.
What the fuck is chat winging him?
That's
It's
new.
probably a bot. It's got to be a bot, man.
Yeah, it is.
Rogue War 71.
Harvey Dent's got the band hammer now.
The True
That's
Star
it.
Screamer. Cobalto is in here. Deluxe Baldwin. What's up, sir? And we had Codemus Prime G1 in here. who kind of like on the sly called me an asshole today in a private message.
What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean? What's
Nice.
No. You got. You know, you mentioned it. We need to talk about it.
So he sent me pictures of greeting cards, and one of the greeting cards was kind of funny.
It was good. That was funny as fuck, man.
Oh, he sent that to you too, and then
He posted it in the fucking group. Where the hell you been?
Oh well, fuck! I've been on vacation today. Fuck that shit. But anyway, it was funny. He sent it to me, and it was like a spider, and then a spider pretending to be a sphincter, and he's like, "Brian, stop being such an asshole." And I respond back, like, "Yeah, man, that's fucking funny." And then he comes back to me and says, "Yeah, so relevant." And I was like, "Wait a minute." This guy just fucking called me an asshole.
You know what? I should have grabbed the pics for that because it was pretty fucking funny.
We got Ralph L was in here. Ed F. We met at ToyCon. Thanks for stopping by, having lunch with us. KJ Smith, Night of Ren, Sunday Heat. Sean Mack was in here. Frogman, 78. Walter was in here.
We didn't really talk about ToyCon today.
Oh, we forgot. Yeah.
You guys talk about it tomorrow on Breaking the Mold.
Yeah. Hurricane BX, MP Collectors in here. He had some interesting questions for SCU in our last episode. I'd like to maybe revisit that on the show someday. Brad D, G Money, Lionel M, Candle Comics, Charles is in here.
Fucking hell, dude.
Energon Addict. We had Antoine in here. What's up, buddy? BZ Fresh, EE Prime 20, Riverbots. We had Jane Victory Server 77, Lucas B, Dare 2727, Primacon, Mark 44 Prime, Eric B. We had Lep Zambrano in here, who just basically came in and said, "Please shout me out." So, all right. Cybertron Warriors is in here. Tim Kay's Nerd Crate was in here.
Nice. Rewind.
The Angry Christian, Dapper Tryon, Classic Scuzz, Paul S.
We had a pretty angry Donald Duck in the chat.
Yeah, man. We got Paul S. We had Nick, Masterpiece of Peace, Frank H. We missed you this weekend, man.
Yeah, man. Fucking Frank, man.
Lord Shadowkeeper, and Sean S. And a whole bunch of Donald Duck.
All right, I'm giving some people some power, so don't take it to your head. Just use the power wisely. Wrenches are not to be.
All right, so hold on, just a quick question. This hide user, that means they can't see our shit, or is that the ban hammer?
I guess. I don't know.
Oh, we had Shelf Warmer in here too.
For fuck's sake, dude! What is this dude?
It's a bot, man. It's a bot. Total bot. Review Tech USA. Wow, this is great. We can go another hour just with this.
Yeah, man.
All right. Did you go through everybody?
That's it, sir.
Yeah. All right. Let's tell everybody where they can find you. Brink, go for it.
You can find me, Brian Brink, in the Facebook groups and on Instagram at Brinkalizer.
That's great. We don't get rated much, so this is pretty cool. So, Wanda's now.
All right, Dan, where can they find you?
They can find me with my newly acquired ban hammer, getting rid of all these fucking bots.
Yes, wrench it up, baby. Wrench it up.
I'm Harvey _Dent on Instagram, and I'm always lurking in the Facebook groups.
Sweet. Dust.
Yo, what's up, everybody? My name is Dust Mites. You can find me on Dust Mites on Instagram, Eddie Dust Mites in the Facebook group, Dust Mites on Xbox Live. And don't forget the Cobra Law podcast. Welcome to the Terradrome. We're recording episode, I think it's 8 or 9. I can't remember. Tonight when I'm done here. So I'll be in the hangout probably for about 5 or 10 minutes, and I got to bounce out and do that. So, but thank you guys for checking the show. Thank you guys for being on the show. Thank you for the bots in the chat. That's fucking awesome because you're fucking making it when you got bots in the chat. That's awesome. And you guys going to be around for a hangout? Brian, anybody?
I will not, but some other dudes will.
Shall I put it out there and see who the fuck comes in for a little bit?
Sure.
All right. I'll put the hangout out there and see what's up. And hopefully when I'm done recording the Cobra Law shit, you guys are still there and we can just kick it back. So awesome guy, man. Just great questions about the display stuff, man. I thought you were going to come at us with some more fucking
With some weird shit.
Yeah, some form. Yeah. You definitely kept it back. You took it back a notch and went on the collecting tip. So next week there better be some '80s movies type shit.
Oh, I had some other shit in here too. Let me see what it was about. Actually, just
Yeah, so.
no, it was still about collecting and stuff like that. I don't know, just thinking about it. That's all. Word. All right, and you guys can catch me on Jabatron on Facebook. Is probably really the only place that I'm really doing shit other than lurking on Instagram at just one. But yeah, hit me up if you need to. All right, you guys.
Infinity War Thursday.
Yeah, man. We got some. I mean, I don't know if I'm going to see it, but got to see how work life is. But I'm going to try to go see it. Shout out to Cody. Hopefully, there's a nice bootleg on. I can save $10 and punch someone in the face
On a Tuesday.
I just don't want to punch someone in the face. You know, if I go, it'll be Sunday morning at like 9:30.
That's a good time too.
Yeah.
I was just thinking if you're trying to go on the cheap, Tuesdays.
No, it's not about the fucking money, man. It's about fucking dealing with people. You know how much I love people.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. Shout out to people. So
Shout out to
yeah,
bots.
man. Shout out to everybody in the chat, man.
Except
Thank you
for
guys
spam
for
bot.
popping in, and shout out to the bots, man. That's weird, man. It's yeah, it's very hexa looking at that. So, but yeah, I'm about to hit that button. Anybody got anything to say?
Nope.
Could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here with us, and we appreciate that.
There you go, Dan. Thank you very much.
Check out Chirps.
Chirp life hashtag.